Can I get a mic check? How does the mic sound? Yo, Yak, baby, Yak is back. Welcome back. Uncle Steve Reno, how you doing? Lyle's Meditative Face. Christian Peralta. Tim Shuts the Door. See Gully. See Gully. I see you've dabbled in the vroom for tonight. The vroom. Sounds perfect. Corn, thank you. Like apples. Crisp. Like apples. Everybody, it's the holiday season. It is upon us. I believe. Hold on. What? Let me look at next week. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the 19th. The 19th is going to be my last stream before I embark to my parents' house. I'll see if I can get a stream up there. That would be fun. I don't know what it would be. It would be very interesting. It would not be like this, but I'll see. I have no idea what my parents, what their internet situation is like. What? Of the year? No. And then, hold on, let me look. Then we'll get started. Dial up, yeah. You know. Well, Friday would be the 31st. I could do like a weird, like, Thursday the 30th stream. Would you all want to do that? Because I think I'll be home. Was it Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday? I'll be back here Monday. Yeah, I could do. I don't have work. I don't have work like the 27th to the 31st. I'm not gonna do a New Year's stream because I think I'll probably be hanging out with some friends. But I could do like a weird Wednesday or a weird Thursday stream. And I could put some actual time into it. They got AOL. Yeah, I will entertain something different. Tonight, I'm getting sleepy tonight though. I hope you have all thought of a way to keep me awake on this endless road trip we're about to take. Weird Wednesday has a ring to it. Yeah, I know. Ugh. But you all have to be there. You all have to. You are required to be there. Hold on. Let's see how this looks. This stream was me. Turkey Day. Thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate you. This stream is all about me learning how to use the symmetry tool and animating something fun that I wanted to do. And I did something fun with a chair that I have, I did something fun with a, you'll see. You will just have to see. You'll have to see. I hope it still looks good. Hold on, let's see how it looks. Yeah. Oh, wait, here it is. Here it is. Yeah. Nice. Look at that. My feet can freely move. Look at this. And I can put my legs on the bike. And I can put my legs down here. My hands down here. Sweet. It's perfect. Thank you.
Call from
Yak Bait.
Yak Bait.
Good day.
Wow, Yak, you're quick. You're quick on the sticks tonight.
I have my hands in multiple dimensions on multiple different phones.
We're on a road trip tonight, baby. And I'm cruising down this road. I'm cruising. We're on a road trip. I'm on a bike. I'm on a motorcycle. We're cruising.
What kind of, is that an arch bike?
A Nerf bike? What did you say?
An arch.
What's an arch bike?
It's the brand of the bike that Keanu Reeves owns.
Whoa. What, is there something special about it?
Keanu Reeves is in the chat right now. He's typing.
Ah, Hell's Angels. That is right. This looks a little...
Keanu Reeves is in the chat promoting the new Matrix film.
Are you excited to see the new Matrix movie?
I've already bought my tickets.
Oh, yeah?
And when I say bought, I say that in the quotations. I did not pay for them. I get them for free.
Oh, that's right. You work at a movie theater. Are you expecting big crowds?
I'm not really expecting big crowds for that. I'm expecting some big crowds for the Spider-Man. You ever hear of that Spider-Man guy? I don't really know what he's about.
I have heard of the Spider-Man guy. I can't keep my arm there. Bongs
On
up.
the Thursday, so this Thursday, the 16th, at 7 p.m., we've sold out the theater.
For what? For the Spider-Man movie?
Yeah.
What? There's another Spider-Man movie that's out?
Yeah, it's coming out this Thursday.
Which one is that?
The No Way Home.
Oh, I thought that already came out, or was that Homecoming?
Homecoming came out about 5 years ago. You're about 5 years a little too late, sir.
Am I really? Hey, Cream Jeans! It's good to see you. And the cute sperms in the background, yes. This is a... Look at how good this motorcycle looks, Yak.
Dude, I'm going to take a ride on your motorcycle.
I want to take a ride on your big green tractor.
So how have you been, man?
I've been good. How have you been? You just been working hard?
Something like that.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's good. It is. It's worm time. I'm on the worm bike tonight, and we're driving way faster than 69 miles an hour. God,
Let me check the clock. Oh, it's 1:00. I don't know if you checked the time that recently.
When I do this, you can see the brand of my socks, and that bothers me. Well, the whole point of tonight, Yak, is to keep me awake as long as possible with your road trip stories.
So is this a road trip story, like a story about like a road trip I went on, or a story that you tell on road trips?
It can be either. It could be super meta, and you could tell a story about a road trip while we're on this road trip together.
All right, I'm going to tell you a story about a road trip, okay?
Oh, very nice. There's the vroom. It's not working, but I have a override key. Wow! Look at that. Hey, look. It's Rubicon driving right next to us. What do you want to say to Rubicon, Yak?
Oh, I didn't know he was here.
There's not
Wave.
Not here anymore.
Oh my God.
They're calling Stan. Hey, thank you for the resub. I appreciate you. Yeah, story time.
All right, I got a funny road trip story.
I believe you. You seem like an eclectic individual.
I'm not going to tell. No, I'm kidding. So about a long time ago. Can't give a date because I you know me. I'm bad with dates. All right, but I was probably 2. All right, maybe 3. Very young child at the time. Must have been in the 60s. All right.
You remember this? Wait, you remember this story?
Huh?
You were 2 or 3 and you remember this?
Yeah, I have a fantastic memory.
Okay, I believe you. Go on.
Like, I remember the first phone call I ever made on the stream.
What was it?
It was a dream phone call, and I talked about how I had a dream that I was in a room. It was the room from The Dark Knight. It had all these screens, and there was a Mexican in the room with me, a Mexican woman.
That's right. I remember that dream. I remember drawing that, and I sent it to you.
Yep, and then later that night, I called in, and I had the picture of me drawn in front of the Cyberpunk City, and that was my profile picture for so long.
Ah. Wow.
Need this. All right, so must have been late 50s, early 60s. I was 1 or 2 or 3. I was very young. And we were in the car, and my sisters were, they were being a little rowdy. So my sister next to me, it must have been the younger sister. Let's call her Gingerlicious for the sake of the story. Gingerlicious had this big Route 44 Sonic beverage. Sonic was very new at the time. They just came out with the Route 44. She had a big Route 44, probably Diet Pepsi or Dr. Pepper. All right, I don't know. And her and my other sister were messing around, and this giant Route 44.
What is your other sister's name? If what'd you say, Gingerlicious?
Gingerlicious?
Yeah. Nice.
Bringo. No, this is
Whoa.
Bringo.
Was that squelch sound? Was that part of the name?
No, it's just Bringo. Is that what I said, Bringo?
Sure.
Bringo and Gingerlicious. So
Cherry Cat, how you doing?
So Bringo and Gingerlicious were having a little fun. They were doing a little rough housing in the car. All right. Rule 44 drink spills everywhere, all over my dad's Sienna minivan, which were very new at the time in the 60s. Spills everywhere. Dad is mad. Dad is turning around. He's punching people. No, I'm kidding. Dad's like, oh my God, big spill. He's on the highway. Pulls over. Stops the car. Gets out. Assessing the situation. All right. He's looking at his new Sienna minivan. He's going, oh God, these are brand new off the assembly line. And now I have Route 44 Dr. Pepper spilled all over it. And so while he's doing that, these 5 hitchhikers all start coming up to our car because they think we're going to go pick them up. So all these hitchhikers are like running towards our car, trying to like go and like get this ride. And my dad starts panicking. He goes, everybody back in the car. We all hop back in. Take off.
Go on.
We never saw him again.
5 hitchhikers? Did they think there was going to be enough room for all of them?
I don't know. They were like all traveling together, and they just all came after the car.
Spanalaxa, welcome.
In retrospect, maybe they were trying to kill us and take the car, but I never saw it that way. These were 5 seemed like respectable hitchhikers.
What's a respectable hitchhiker? The ones that go like this? Colt Mama, how you doing?
Yeah, that's a respectable hitchhiker. If their teeth are intact, then they can sit in the back. That's what I always said.
That's a good saying. Okay. Now, where were you going on this road trip?
Probably, we're people from Missouri, so we were probably going on the Oregon Trail, or to St. Louis, one of the two.
Okay. Wow, look at you, Yak. It's you. You're driving up next to us.
Hey, what's up, my man? How you doing?
What do you want to say to yourself? Do it quick.
That's what I want to say to myself. Hold on one second. I'm going to take this little lane right. Did I just blow up?
I can't keep jiggling. My brain's getting all bunged up in here. Hello?
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going? Who am I speaking with?
This is Roger D.
Roger D. Wow. Hey, do you know Gingerlicious?
Gingerlicious.
Gingerlicious.
Like Gingerlicious. Gingerlicious.
Ooh, that could be your OnlyFans name.
Ding.
Nova Geometricide. We're headed away. We're headed far away from that beautiful city behind us. We've got the open road. We've got Yak on the phone. And the whole point is for everybody to keep me awake so I don't fall asleep on this awesome hog, baby. This awesome...
I just made a big purchase.
Yeah.
And you know what I bought? And you're going to like this.
What did you buy? What'd you buy?
You know your shirt? I bought the blanket of the design that's on your shirt.
Really? The Jazz Symphony? Or what is it called? Jazz Solo?
It's called like Tennis on April 25th, 1985.
Oh, yo, the OG Moneyworms sweater. The one that was... Yeah. That was Season 1 Moneyworms.
Dude, that was hot.
Ooga.
When does the tarot card merch come out?
Oh, merch is coming, okay? Merch is going to happen the week that I'm off. I'm just going to figure it out. I don't think you'll be able to get it shipped to you, but you'll get it in the new year.
I was looking at those tarot cards, dude. I'm hooked on the tarot cards now.
It's just the major arcana. It's not anything but the major arcana, yak.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Sweater piece. It's coming. It's coming, Tim Shuts the Doors, along with the VHS that you won as well of We Sing in Sillyville, which I may or may not have starred and had a role in.
I have to ask you one more time, and I'm sorry, but you know I have to ask you.
Oh,
when's
ask
the
away.
coming out?
When is what?
When are the drawings coming out? When are you going to ship those?
Oh my! I have like 90 drawings that I have to just. They're somewhere. I've got 2 weeks off, and I'm doing that.
Hey, thanks for calling in. What's your name?
What'd you call me, Vince Vaughn? What did you say?
I said thanks for calling in. What's your name?
Oh, this is Yak. Hey, Alien Wizardess. Thank you so much for the 9 months. I'm waking up. Everybody's gonna keep me up tonight. I hope this looks good. No?
Listen, I don't know if you can hear that in the background. There's a monkey rattling its cage in my dungeon, so that means it's Banana O'Clock. Banana O'Clock comes right after Moneyworms, or what was it? Right after, what were we talking about? Worm O'Clock?
Worm O'Clock.
So Banana O'Clock comes right after Worm O'Clock, but that's before the Chairman's Hour, which is on Sirius XM Channel 70, Seriously Sinatra. Everyone knows that.
What are you going to do with this blanket that you ordered?
Maybe have some cuddle fest going on under there.
Ooh.
I don't know. It's an exciting time of the year.
It is exciting. It's safe. How long am I supposed to stay up for? We'll have to see, Colt. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how long people can keep me awake for.
What's the longest amount of time you've ever stayed up for, Moneyworms?
Oh, good question. I don't know. And in space. Thank you so much for the 1,000 bits. I appreciate you. You're keeping the lights on. I'm going to use that towards Sharpies. What's the longest I've ever... That's a good question. You think about the longest you've ever stayed awake. I think I've been awake for... It was probably when I was in college studying for finals. I feel like I probably hit close to like 35 or 40 hours.
35 hours?
Probably.
That's a lot of minutes.
It is. That's a lot of minutes. It's a lot of seconds. It's a lot of time. It's time that I wasted looking at a book.
What book was it? Do you remember, like, what you, like, studied?
Barely.
Do you remember information you studied?
Barely. I think my hardest semester I was taking math and chemistry at the same time, and I feel like I had to have stayed up for 35 hours at least. Penis worms.
Sometimes I just get an urge.
Well, Yak, it's been a very delightful 15 minutes, and you kept me awake with your amazing story of your 5 people that wanted to hitchhike with you, baby children. Before you go, say hi to Kai Busan, who's gonna ride. Well, look at it's Kai Busan. Look at in the old Ford Pinto down there.
Oh, hey man, what's going on? Listen, really funny story. I used to drive a car like that, and I left a bomb in that car one week, and I lost it. And,
wow. Kai Busan. Maybe it was. Maybe it was fate. Maybe it was fate. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was everything you always wanted. Yak, thank you so much for calling in.
Ding, 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 ding.
Wow. Thank you, Yak. Thanks for coming back. And thank you so much for the 100 bits, Fork You. I appreciate it. Keep me awake, everyone. Keep me awake with something. You've all been on road trips. You've all been sleepy at one point. How do people keep you awake? Sativa Pancakes, welcome.
Call from
English muffin.
Ungoy Muffin.
Oh. Hey, how is it going?
It's going good. Do you like the new hog and technical green screen work that I've been working on?
Hogged up, rogged up, ready to
Oh.
roll. Drinking some energy drink to stay up.
Oh, I'm drinking some Polar 100% natural seltzer, calorie free. The car fucking blew up again.
How much caffeine does it have?
Hey, Annie J. Thanks for
Annie?
getting sleepy with us. How much
Annie, are you
caffeine?
okay? Yeah.
It's I think it's just water, but it's family made since 1882.
Seltzer? Seltzer just one? Okay, what are they?
What did you think seltzer was? Hold on. We're on a
seltzer
roll
was-
with people who don't know what certain liquids are.
I thought seltzer was just like beer, but there wasn't any like alcohol in it.
Cranking the hog. Crank it. Whew. Squirrel guy.
Rogging the hog.
Polar's made Worcester. Is it? It is. Massachusetts, you weirdo. How do you know that? All right, Ungoy, we're deviating. I'm sorry. I'm getting distracted while I'm driving. It's not safe.
You always have your eyes closed. But, hey, did you know that Miss Universe was tonight?
Miss Universe is tonight?
Yeah.
Isn't that weird how we have a Miss Universe, but the only people that compete are from Earth?
You find it like I find it kind of patriotic that the Philippines always is in the top 10 most of the time.
Ah. I haven't seen a Universe pageant in quite some time, Ungoy.
Oh yeah, no, it's very popular with the Filipinos. We're always handsome each year. Always voted most beautiful people most of the time.
Annie G. Ungoy, how old are you?
23.
All right, perfect. We're good. Make sure, callers, you have to be 18 or older to call in.
Looking at you, Yak.
What?
You're Mr. Universe. You're Mr. Universe. You won. You get real with us, man.
Did you say... Wait, I'm Mr. Universe?
Yeah. You are Mr. Universe.
I wish I could do a beep. I don't know if I'd win. 23 my ass. Ungoy.
Why is it 23?
Prove
22.
Prove that you're 23. Prove it without doxing yourself.
Okay. Remember?
What is an event that you remember that would prove this? What happened?
I was in a George W. Bush versus Clinton rally, and then I got a Saddam Hussein voodoo doll from a guy.
All right, that proves it. You have to be at least 23 for all that.
I don't know why I was there. I was looking for four-leaf clovers and my friends took me there.
You were looking for four-leaf clovers in your friend's pants? What did you just say?
Oh, wait, I was looking for four-leaf clovers and my parents took me to a George Bush rally, I think.
Wow. What luck. What a lucky boy you are, Ungoy.
I know. Instead of a four-leaf clover, I got a Saddam Hussein voodoo doll.
Wow. Interesting. Instead of a were you looking for that?
Yeah.
Huh.
And then life changes. It has a way, you know. It changes the purpose of what you thought it was going to be to what it is now. Like how Garfield the cat. started out how John Arbuckle, but now John Arbuckle is like a secondary character, and now Garfield encapsulates everything.
Garfield.
You ever feel like your own creations will like outlive you?
Do I think you'll outlive me? Absolutely.
No, I mean like your own creations, like that rat, or all the cartoons or the streams, you know.
I would hope that people remember me for more than just that rat.
Yeah, but like when I'm watching you and I'm reading Garfield comics out loud this Sunday, I noticed that there's a certain like relationship that both you and that rat and Garfield and John Arbuckle have.
Why do I have to stay awake? Because if I don't stay awake, I will fall off this gorgeous hog, and I have to keep riding this hog deep
You have
into
good
the
balance,
sunset.
though.
Oh,
You have
Clean
very good
Francine.
balance.
Say hi to Clean
Are we
Francine.
doing-
Clean Francine is driving right by us here in a second.
Wow, look at that.
What do you want to say to Clean Francine? What do you want to say to Clean Francine?
Do a barrel roll.
Do a barrel roll. Nice.
Did he? Oh, there he did. He did it.
Very nice.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, we're good balancing. Is this for 24 hours? Are we doing a 24-hour stream?
I cannot do a 24-hour stream. I have to go to work in the morning.
Okay, but like, just because you have to go to work doesn't mean you can't stop streaming.
I could just stream my fingers typing.
Yeah. You never know what people are gonna watch. You know, back in the day, people didn't understand what mukbang was, or an ASMR. Just people just doing random shit, eating shit, and now it's like a multi-million-dollar industry. You know, you never know. It could be like ASMR typing. I don't know what people want.
I don't know what people want either. And to prove it, here's me on a motorcycle talking to people, you know? Svan Alaxo.
You're very good balancing, you know. Your motorcycle reminds me every time I jet ski on my ski do. No hands whatsoever, and I'm like standing on top of it too.
Stream a
I'm
day
like
in the life.
I've been like practicing with the jet ski since I was 9 years old.
Have you ever done? What's the craziest trick you've done on a jet ski, Ongoing Muffin?
I got airborne.
On purpose?
Yeah. So like, what I did was I would circle in the water. First I do a crazy 8, and then I would circle around the 8, making sure that the waves would get more wavy and shaky, and then I go as far as possible out, and go straight and then go straight back in towards the wavy parts at full capacity, and I would go airborne, and then sometimes I would flip, and I will almost die.
Wow. Plow Tunes. How are you doing, Plow Tunes? It's good to have you here.
Ever do a motorcycle trick? You ever been a real motorcycle, Harley Davidson, Yamato?
This is a Moneyworms edition, Countach edition.
Countach. Does it play Yu-Gi-Oh on it?
What?
Can you play Yu-Gi-Oh? Can you play Yu-Gi-Oh on your motorcycle?
We can do anything. How do you play Yu-Gi-Oh?
Well, that's how. There was this whole entire season of Yu-Gi-Oh where they would play the children's card game on said motorcycle. We're riding at 75 miles per hour.
I haven't seen. I'm going to be honest with you. I have not played Yu-Gi-Oh because my parents only let me be fascinated in one card game based on monsters growing up. I was not allowed to have it all.
Okay.
I was one of those kids. Believe in the heart of the cards.
I'm sorry. Which one were you obsessed with?
I was a Pokemon child.
I mean, you said at a time. You had to pick. It's like if you said you wanted to be like a doctor, and it's like you can't, and for the rest of your life, you gotta stick with that path. You change your mind and stuff.
I
You don't
know.
have to stick with like Pokemon.
Kane Rohan,
Whatever.
thank you so much for subbing again. I appreciate you.
Rohan.
Garbage Pail Kids. That's also a good one. Yeah, I remember those. I remember the Garbage Pail Kids. My cousin sent me all his Garbage Pail Kids and also a copy of Lemmings on the Super Nintendo. This was back when you could mail things in them. You could mail Super Nintendo games to people.
You live in a different era than I did, because I don't even know what Pogs were, and I don't even know what baseball cards are.
Yeah, I had some baseball cards.
I don't even know what Garbage Pail Kids is. Is it like Garbage Kids? They live in a dumpster.
Yeah, it was like Cabbage Patch Kids, but it riffed on that. It was about disgusting. They would like vomit onto themselves. It was odd.
Okay, but you say like Cabbage Patch Kids like that was a normal thing. What is like? They grow children? Like it's the children of the corn?
Have you not heard of Cabbage Patch Kids?
I don't
It's
know.
hot in here. Hold on, I gotta open a window.
Might be something like that.
Whew, it's hot in here, Uncle. I gotta air out some of these big hot farts.
That's how you stay awake.
I'm trying to stay. You're keeping me awake. Thank you for keeping me. You're doing a good job. Tell me a story.
I'll tell you a story. One time, this is the longest I'm taking a previous pop because from yet. One time, the longest I've ever stood up was a full 72 hours.
Ooh.
I had to finish my essay for the IB program for high school. And I just this is an essay they're supposed to be working on for the whole semester. And I was literally procrastinating on it. I'm terrible at writing. I'm terrible at typing. I hate just having to sit down forced in one place and just do it. And I had to this is the first time I thought I was gonna die of insomnia. And I had to drive to school too. So it wasn't safe. I was falling asleep at the road. Like what you are trying to do right now. Or what are you trying to avoid right now? I closed my eyes for 1 minute, for barely 10 seconds, and I was swerving. And I was like, oh my god, I could have died.
You're getting run over, cat. You're ruining the illusion. My cat's ruining the illusion.
Your cat's really fast. He's running at Mach 10 speed.
Viking Kate.
He's
I knew someone would say that. I knew someone would say that. Come on, if you're gonna stare at me.
This is Florida. You don't need to wear a helmet in Florida.
That's true. There's only a few states where you don't have to wear a helmet, and Florida's one of them. But we're not in Florida. We're in the universe. Who do you think is gonna win the Miss Universe pageant tonight?
I hope it's Miss Philippines, but that's just complete absolute bias on my aspect, since I've just been conditioned to do that.
Ow.
But also, I stayed awake on this essay for 72 days. No, 72 hours. That's how tired I am.
Come on.
And I was fucking. After I submitted the essay, I literally fell asleep in the biology classroom, and then no one woke me up until school ended. I hid underneath a table, and everyone thought I was dead or something. Or I was just part of the biology lab.
You became an experiment. I remember one time I was the only person that showed up to a class in high school because it was full of seniors, and I just took a nap, and I drooled everywhere, and I did not clean it up.
Wow. So you spat?
Kitty needs a sidecar. Damn it.
That's where the spit comes from. It's how you know how much spit you have when you drool it all.
Isn't that weird how you always drool more when you nap? Or is that just because it dries before you wake up?
Yes, no. I think it's because it dries before you wake up. Because When we have a mouth guard, I have a mouth guard at night, and like usually they keeps me up, like my mouth, having mouth shut, but so like collects a little bit of like, oh my god, that's a Poggers moment, everyone. That's a Poggers moment. Look at that.
We got a cat on the bike.
Cat
Plow tunes.
and the hog.
And in space. Thank you so much for the 100 bits. I appreciate you.
Midna on the rider.
What is your purpose?
My purpose changes constantly, you know. Meowdy cowboy. What's the day? Oh, what's the meow 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 meow.
Seagully, thank you so much for the 100 bits. I appreciate you. I think she farted.
Meow
Oh, God.
meow 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 meow.
Well, Ongoy, thank you so much for keeping me awake.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Stay alive.
I will stay alive. And I hope that you win Mr. Universe.
Okay, Mr. Universe. Catch you on the flip side.
Rad call. You're all doing an amazing job keeping me awake.
Call from Viking Kate.
Viking Kate.
What's going on, Moneyworms and Minda? How y'all doing?
We're doing good. I got a cat on the bike.
Yeah. I see that. She's pretty.
Once you're at speed, the bike will track in a straight line. Exactly, Uncle Steve Reno. I'm just going straight. I don't have to use the handlebars if you're going 69.
69, dude. But in all realness, you and your cat need helmets on. That's one thing that whenever I see people on bikes and stuff around here, I always want to yell at them, wear a GD helmet, you goober. But I don't, because I guess deep down inside, I kind of don't care what people do with their lives. Also, hello to everybody in chat who's saying hello to me. It's very nice to see everybody.
And make sure you say hello to Seagully, who's driving next to us. Wow.
Oh, I see Gully. Oh, hey. Wow, that's a nice car they got.
Yeah, it's not bad.
And I also like all of the little, that car just burned up. What happened to that car?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe they should be wearing a helmet. Maybe they should be wearing a helmet in that car.
Yeah. And I also appreciate how all of our show friends are sperm just hanging out and floating around in this cosmic wherever you are. It's nice. It's a nice touch.
It felt right. It only felt right to include a little bit of sperm in this stream.
Sure. I mean, I came in a little late because I was doing some chores. Where are you traveling? Where is this? Are you going to Sperm Gully? Kind of like Fern Gully, but with sperm.
Ooh, Sperm Gully. That sounds like a oddly specific pornography. I would watch it.
It does.
I would, because everybody is hot in that movie.
Is everyone hot in that movie? What do you mean?
Yes.
Like temperature-wise? I mean, they're in the rainforest, aren't they?
Boast. Gene, how are you doing? It's good to see you. They are in the rainforest. Do you remember who voices what's his name? Ichthus or something? The blob monster?
No, because I've seen that
Hexus.
movie once when it first came out, and I haven't seen it since.
Hexus.
So I don't really remember a lot of it. Who is it?
Hexus. His name is Hexus.
Okay, that's a great name. Great.
It's all about conservation.
It is.
Tim Curry.
Hey, Tim Curry, Jesus Tim Curry baby. Hey, Moneyworms, guess what?
What?
My birthday is on Thursday. Isn't that exciting?
Wow, that is exciting. Happy early birthday.
Thanks, man.
Schumann 3, how are you doing? What are you going to be doing for your birthday?
I'm going to be working. But I'm going to see if my boss will put a cake on the company's dime, which will probably happen. So maybe there'll be cake at work. I don't know.
Thank you for getting sleepy with us.
And then
do you like
go out
cake?
to the movies over the weekend.
Are you one of those people
Yeah.
who like cake? What do you think about those people who don't like fucking cake?
No, I said I do like cake. I just said we're gonna have cake at work, which is great.
What? No, I mean, what do you think about people who don't like cake?
Oh.
Cake.
You know
farts.
what? Like, here's my hot take on food. Also, thanks for all the happy birthdays in chat. I dislike cereal. I think cereal's disgusting. The concept of cereal makes me want to hurl, and I don't feel like I can judge anyone for their food likes or dislikes, because I dislike something that is such a universal joy for so many people. So if you don't like cake,
fuck grape nuts.
power to you, because I will never touch cereal. So there's that.
What is it about cereal? What is it specifically? Is it the milk? Is it the cereal?
Yeah.
Will you eat cereal without milk?
I mean, I'll have a Rice Krispie treat.
Thank you, Tim.
You know, that's okay. But yeah, pretty much that's about it. Or, you know, there's a company here. Oh, current poll, happy birthday to me. You guys are so sweet. Womb Escape Day. I'm going to vote for that. There's a cookie company here in New York City that does like a cornflake cookie, and I've had that. It's okay. Like, I'll eat that.
What about, like, have you ever had Fruit Loops by itself?
Nah, that just sounds gnarly, man. I don't know.
Don't you jump down there. You're going to do a barrel roll and blow up. Okay.
Aw, go, Midna, go. You can do it. Ah, she did it. Yay.
So hold on.
Okay.
You like cake. Would you like
I do.
Fruit Loops on cake?
I mean, if there was enough frosting, maybe. But I don't know, man. I'm assuming you're a big Fruit Loops guy.
I love Fruit Loops. It's the taste you can see. And
Right.
you huff it, you sniff it, you smell it. It's all about smell, using your nose and the taste you can see. What
I
was
do like
that?
granola, though. Do you like granola?
Yeah,
I'll
granola
fuck with a
cereal.
good granola.
So what if you put granola? What if you poured a bunch of milk over granola?
Nope.
What about almond milk?
No, I still think, I still don't think I could. I'll have an oatmeal every blue moon, but even that, like halfway through, I'm like, I don't know about this anymore. Like the concept of oatmeal is better to me, but then the reality of it kind of teases me out just as much. Ooh, Gary Businator with a hot take, pouring molasses on his or her granola. That sounds delightful. I'd put molasses on granola, sure.
Would you put molasses on Fruit Loops?
Man, you really want to win me over on this Fruit Loops thing, huh?
I'm trying to see. Is it the actual cereal? Is it the milk? Is it certain cereals?
It's both. Okay, so here's the thing. I think I've worked in enough offices, and I had that, like, when people eat cereal, right? It's either little pieces get on the floor, and that grosses me out. I can't tell you why. Or like the remnants is in the bowl and gets all like hard and sticky looking, and that makes me want to puke. And I think it's just like the milk going into it. I think the smell is weird. I don't think the texture. Like I had cereal as a kid, But
Yes.
I never really put a lot of milk in it, if anything, and I wasn't really into it. Like, I don't know, just like, man, it's a little bit of everything, I think.
We get it. Fruit Loops suck. All right, I understand. I get it. Everybody's entitled to their own cereal opinions, and you have your own food opinions. And the best part is that you met us halfway. You said there are certain things that people like, and there are certain things that people don't like. And you just eat what you like and drink what you like, as long as it's not consuming the flesh of another human.
Yeah, I'm not into eating people. Definitely not.
What if we're gonna go a step further, and this is not cereal based. Cloned meat. Would you ever partake in cloned meat?
I'd probably try it, but I probably wouldn't go out of my way to buy it specifically. Like, I'll try anything once.
Same.
Save for cereal, obviously, even though I have had cereal when I was a very small child, so I can't say I haven't had it. However, I don't know. I mean, you hear about like these meat farm places that are saving animals by cloning meat, and I don't think that's necessarily a bad idea. I think it feels strange, but I'd try it. Sure.
That's Gary Busey. You know exactly what I'm about to say. Now, if they cloned human meat, do you think you would try it?
So let me ask a follow-up question. Are we talking about, like, for instance, someone's thigh, right? That's a pretty juicy piece of meat, I feel. So we're talking about like a lab replicating the texture and everything of like a human thigh, but not the actual body of a human. Is that correct? Is that what we're getting at?
Yes, exactly. Like it is based on a human, and it was grown from stem cells, and that's how science works. And it is the exact same thing as a thigh, but it's not. It doesn't have a name attached to it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, excuse you. I don't think so. I don't think I'm interested in trying human meat, even if it was faked.
You're not even
I think
the slightest bit interested to see what the hunger would taste like?
No. I'm guessing you are, though. And when you say the hunger, do you mean like if I was trapped alone someplace and it was like just you and me, one of us would have to eat each other? Is that like the hunger that you're describing?
The hunger. That is the hunger. That's exactly it. A lot of people have some hot takes on it. We get no thankses, no, because what if I really like it? That's the whole question, you know. Viking Kate, what if you really like it though?
I think it's such a rare thing that even if you had it and you really liked it, it's like having something from like maybe visiting another country and having this one particular thing and not being able to like have it again because it's in that country or something, you know. But I guess the thirst for the meat could actually maybe, I don't know. You're making me think a lot tonight, Moneyworms. This is a deep conversation. I love it.
Is it keeping you awake? It's keeping me awake. That's the best part about this. Yeah, it's keeping me awake on this road.
Oh, honey, no one's going to eat you. It's okay. You don't have to be scared of having someone eat you.
That's fine. I would donate my body to a buffet instead of science.
Oh, see, I was going to say when I die, I want my body to be donated to science. Like, do what you will.
In what capacity?
Oh, hi, Minda. Minda's just so loving on you tonight. It's very sweet.
She's got the hunger. She knows that if I pass, she will
No,
consume
your
me.
cat's not gonna eat you. Your cat's lovely.
Someone told me the other night that your cat will consume you if you pass and begin to decay.
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like my cat would just get really freaked out and be sad if I, like, drop dead.
I mean, I'm sure she would be disappointed. And I agree, Turkey Day, yeah. I want my body to be served at my funeral dinner. And then when everyone really enjoys how everything tastes, everyone can say, wow, Moneyworms' ass was nice and tasty.
You know, if that's the way you want to go, then good on you. To answer your question, though, I think I would want a educational institution to rip me apart, donate whatever they can. If someone needs a pair of eyeballs, my eyes are pretty good, you know, that kind of thing. And then the rest of it can just be burned up and thrown into the trash or the sea or the air or somewhere. I do not care. I want to be as useful as I can, even in death. So there you go. But hey, real quick, because I'm getting to my 15-minute mark. Oh, I'm at my 15-minute mark. Oh my God. Real quick, what's your favorite kind of birthday cake? Let's bring this back around to me and how I have a birthday in 4 days.
You're like, let's stop talking about cannibalism and let's start talking about birthdays.
Birthdays.
I like cheesecake. It's the only cake that's a pie.
Oh. Okay. Very good. I'm gonna see if I can get a straight. I'm feeling straight up vanilla with vanilla buttercream this year.
Ooh.
So maybe I can get one of those.
You like?
Anyhow.
You like
sorry?
a simple flavor, but a nice creamy cream.
Yo, buttercream. Just fucking miles of buttercream. Let's just have frosting. Maybe I'll just make my coworkers eat buckets of frosting.
I love frosting. I'm a sucker for frosting. I'm a sucker for a good cake. I hope you have an amazing birthday, Viking Kate. The cat's name is
Thanks,
Midna,
man.
and I don't know of any pies that are cakes. But thank you so much for calling in. Rad call.
Hey, man. Rad call. I love your pants, by the way. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Thank you. I love these pants as well. They make me feel spontaneous. Drown me in buttercream, Boston cream pie.
Call from. To accept, press 1.
Hello.
Moneyworms.
Is this Uncle Steve Areno?
This is Uncle Steve Areno.
Amazing, Uncle Steve Areno. I have a feeling you have a hot take on eating flesh, the forbidden flesh.
Well, I already said it in chat, but the thing about that is, I mean, isn't that the reason that cows have mad cow disease? Because they've been fed some kind of thing that has the meat of other cows in it, and like maybe genetically, because those particular sequences of DNA are in the thing that they eat, it like fucks with their brains.
Assuming that whatever that is taken out, that element is taken out, there is no brain matter or prion matter happening, and it is safe, it's been tested, would that change your mind?
I don't know. I think it's still like a little bit out of bounds for me, you know?
It is still taboo. That's all right. That's a normal. I think that's a normal thing to say. Is it abnormal that I feel like I would want to try it just at least once?
No, I mean, I think you're going to be like you're going to have some kind of split where everything else taken away, people are going to think one way or another.
Okay.
And yeah, I think I just have ingrained in me the idea of you do not eat human flesh unless you absolutely have to. But then, like, if you absolutely have to, that's still, like, maybe you don't absolutely have to, because there is no going back to the time before you did that.
There is no. That is it. That is exactly it. So, So you're saying if you were in a situation where you had to, you would, but you'd have to live with the fact that you now have the hunger.
Yeah. And like the thing is, if you're in that situation where you have to, how much longer are you going to live after that anyway? Like, what happens when you run out of the flesh and there is nothing else, right?
Well, I feel like if you had the drive to consume someone else to stay alive, you want to keep staying alive, you know?
Yeah, I suppose this is true, and that's this visceral thing which I've never experienced, right? Like this desperation to self-preserve.
That's true. I think
I've never been there, man.
You've been there in a certain way. You have to have been in a dicey situation where you're like, there's a percentage that I'm not going to get out of this thing.
Yeah, but not like to the extent of
eating someone.
You're actually going to die if you don't eat somebody, yeah.
Gotcha. All right, so you've never been in the situation where you thought you might have to eat someone, maybe.
No, I've never been like very far from civilization.
Gotcha. Is it a civilization? It could be a civilization thing. Yeah, that's true. So you're saying you've never been in a situation where you're far enough that you feel. I feel like we have gone through this one. We don't have to keep talking about eating people, Uncle Steve. You know.
Okay, we've run it to ground here.
I think we have. I think that we have, Uncle Steve Reno.
Shoot.
You're like, I don't know what else to talk about.
Really quickly, I will recreate for you one of our favorite sounds, and then we'll see where that takes us.
Oh!
Oh, somebody's calling.
Oh, that'll keep me awake. That'll keep me awake. I didn't know. What is that? Do you have a lute? That sounded melancholic. No, melodic.
Okay, no, it's a classical guitar. It's a Spanish guitar.
Ooh! Did you know that the guitar was designed because the designer saw the shape of a woman and said, I want to make an instrument that caters to that?
I could buy that, and actually, see, I like to play the guitars of the 19th century, and those guitars especially have a certain shape to them that it's like with a tighter waist, and then the upper and lower bouts kind of extend out a little bit more, so it has a little bit more of that curvature, and definitely people do like to compare it to that, so I could totally, I'll buy that for $1.
It's true. It's very true. It was a cute sound. Well, can you play us anything else? I've had only a handful of people that have played. I think twice people have played instruments, and it's always jaunty and amazing. Can you play some things for us, Uncle Steve Areno?
I can. What should I play?
I don't know. Play what you're comfortable with. Play something that's going to keep me awake.
Okay. I'm going to play you a little March by Fernando Sor. missed that one chord in the middle, but that happens.
I know, and the whole thing was ruined because of that one chord.
I know, I fucked it up.
No, it was beautiful.
Yeah,
Everyone
cool.
really enjoyed it. It was very nice. Tim shuts the doors. Thank you so much for the gifted sub to Viking Kate.
Well, shit.
Where did you learn to play? Have you ever played guitar for me?
I did one time. You were doing like an ASMR stream, and I came in and played some like really jarring shit.
Oh, that's
I
right.
don't
You
even
played.
remember what it was because I just kind of came in and made it up.
Yes, you played something in the minor chord, and it made
What did I
everyone
do?
uncomfortable, but it was nice.
Yeah, I don't remember what I did. I'd have to like go back and figure that out. I played some kind of really dissonant thing.
You had an explanation
if I know
for
any
it.
Django Reinhardt, but I don't.
It was you had an explanation for
What
it.
was that?
You had an explanation for what you played the first time. It was something that was like meant to make people feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, it was supposed to be very unsettling.
Unsettling. Yes, it's all coming back to me. Fred Durst. Wow. That was very nice, Uncle Steve.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty fun.
It was fun. That was very nice. Dissonant, sure. Ah, that
I'll
was
give
so
you a little
nice.
bit of trivia.
Yes.
That Google Voice tone,
Uh-huh.
that's an inversion of an A major chord, but then it also has a second in it. So yeah, if you take just the first few notes, yeah, that's the A major chord. But then you have this this little B that is thrown in there to mess with it. Maybe it makes it either a 9 or just a major second. I'm not really. Depends how you count it.
So you're saying that Google Voice is ripping off a very classic scale.
Well, it's not really ripping it off because you use those chords in everything.
Everything.
You know, it's one of the foundations upon which standard music is, designed or composed. So, yeah.
It's like saying every
There's
time
no
that I
rip-off,
draw a
it's just
circle.
a chime.
It's like saying that every time I draw a circle, it's one of the basic foundations of drawing shit. And that it is meant for everyone. It is royalty-free sounds.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like that.
Ah, very nice. Very nice, Uncle Steve Areno. How long have you been playing the guitar for?
I've been playing guitar for since I was in high school, so a little over 20 years. But I've been playing classical guitar for about 6.
Wow.
And just kind of taking private lessons with different teachers and spending as much time as I can figuring out how to play it. So.
How many times a week do you practice? And is it engaged practice, or do you just mess around and your brain is very not focused on what you're doing?
No, yeah. So I practice every day for at least an hour right now. Some months ago, I was doing probably 2 or 3 hours a day, and it's a combination of engaged practice as well as just working through pieces of music that I know. But some days I'll just sit down there and I will just put my fingers on the string and be like, okay, one note. And I watch the way that my finger falls through the string to make that note and make sure that I'm doing it the way that I want to, and then I go to the next finger and make sure that I have the right reflex on it, and then do the next finger, and then I'll do these combinations, and then that's with the right hand. You do the same thing with the left hand, and you do this. Kind of make sure that all the basic things are working together.
Wow.
And even if you just do that for 10 minutes, that has a lot of benefits. Just
because if you do it for 10 minutes if you do it for 10 minutes every other hour, that's 240 divided by 2, 120. That's 12. I can't do math. Prions, pigeon, yes. Exactly. Agreed. It's a lot of time that you're practicing. So you're saying that that's all you have to do, and then that's the key to being a good guitarist? Because that was my issue. I would always start playing, and then I would just start randomly doing something else, and then just randomly doing scales, and it wasn't... I was not committing to playing guitar, you know?
Yeah, you do have to have a certain degree of patience, and you have to have some kind of direction and some kind of like, okay, here's what's deficient and here's the specific thing that I want to work on and to improve, and then you have to actually really zoom into that and be on track for that. And having a teacher helps that too, because the teacher will say, oh, here's the thing that you can be doing better, and here's how, you know, you do this little thing for 5 minutes a day, and after a couple of weeks, you're going to be better at that. So.
That's also
and, I think that applies to anything, not just playing guitar. It's like anything you do, you can approach it that way. And that's how you get serious about it and how you get good at it, I guess.
So how do I apply that to sitting on a motorcycle and streaming for everyone?
I mean, I guess you just keep doing it. I mean, you've already done that because you took the pieces, like you put the motorcycle there, you figured out where you were going to sit, how it was all going to line up with your green screen and all that stuff. There was some kind of thought and intention that went into that. You did it, right?
I did.
And if it didn't work right the first time, I mean, you looked at that and you adjusted it. And then you came back and said, okay, this is what I was going for, right? So, I mean, you used the same process to get that right as I did to get my guitar playing right.
That's very true, Uncle Steve Reno. Yes. Trial and error and thoughtful. I put time into this. I've never done. I put green tape all over my stool, and that's how I'm creating this illusion, because I can move freely around it without any obstructions.
Hey, a magician never reveals his secrets, but you don't have to be a magician.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah. I don't think I'm revealing too much. I feel like you can reverse engineer every piece of this, but it's the magic that happens on stream that no one else has.
That is right, and that's what I love about you, Moneyworms.
That's what I love about you, Uncle Steve Reno. Thank you so much for calling in and playing that delicious tune for all of us.
Hey, fucking A, man.
Fucking A, Uncle Steve Reno.
Fucking A.
Hail Satan.
And I shall see you on the flip side. Hail Satan.
Yes, keep playing. It sounds amazing. We should try out for my band, and you can all play an instrument. The hell is a Shelton clap? Blake Shelton?
Call from
Devin. Moneyworms.
Yeah, I like how you answer with such a jaunty Moneyworms every time.
I don't know. I feel like it's the right thing to do. You say my name, so why not say yours?
That's true. It makes me feel more comfortable, and that's what they say. They say use people's real names when you look at them, right in the eyes, from 2 inches away. You grab their face, say their name, and say hello, and they will trust you more.
Absolutely. Oh, someone I didn't know grabbed my face and said my name. I would absolutely love that. That would be the highlight of my day.
It'd be the highlight of mine, too. Nobody does that anymore to me. No one gets up and personal in my face and grabs my face and presses their nose against mine and looks me right into the eyes and says, Moneyworms.
If we were nose to nose, like me and a person I didn't know, I feel like I would have to punch them in the face. Like, I feel like there's no other option at that point. Like,
you're saying that's too close for comfort.
Yeah, just a little bit too close. Like if the oils of our face could potentially mix, like that's too close.
But if the oils are not mixing, if it's an inch away, everything is fine.
It's better.
Oh, boy, this cat's just beside itself tonight.
She is thriving. She's absolutely feeling.
I just want
me.
my
She's
cat.
so cute. Oh, she looks so soft.
She's so soft and she stinks. She smells
Fair.
terrible. She eats her slop in the morning and licks herself to bathe herself in her accomplishments.
I love that. Just fur full of slop.
I don't know. Maybe
Icon.
it's. I'd like to think it's like, hey, I smell. What do you want to do? You want to change the scene? What are you trying to do down there? Come on, let go. I'd like to think that maybe she's like, oh, I smell good. I'm a suitable mate. And she's still looking for someone. I have no idea who.
Is there another cat in the house?
Not anymore. There used to be.
Fair.
But I've been thinking about getting her a little friend. A little cat friend, maybe.
A cat friend, a second cat.
Maybe.
That's fun. I mean, your cat obviously loves you, so you're probably a good cat parent, so I say go for it. But also, you know.
She has to love me because I feed her. That is why. It's completely instinctual, Devin.
Fair. I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit. I think cats, if they didn't like someone, even if they fed them, they just would not hang out with them, you know?
I guess you're right. I need to give myself more credit, Midna. That's what all the people are telling me. They say, give yourself more credit. And stop staying up so late. And stop eating cheese after midnight. And stop eating cheese after 2 a.m. And stop going back and getting more cheese at 4 a.m.
But listen, those handfuls of shredded cheese at 4 a.m., nothing else slaps quite like them.
I know, a handful of cheese. A handful of cheese is worth 2 in the cheese, you know?
It absolutely is.
I do not want your cat, Alexandra, because my cat tries to fight other grown cats. But I feel like if I got my cat, a tiny cat, then there's no way she would attack a tiny cat.
I don't know about that. I don't think she would. She seems nice.
Do you seem nice? Do you seem nice for the people on the internet, huh? Chocolate and cheese, Maddie Parasite agreed. Go mama.
That sure is a combination.
Pet. Neopets.
Yes, little pets. I love that.
Wait.
Well, I had.
What did you have?
I had a little road trip story.
Ooh, yes. Keep me awake with this road trip story. So far, I haven't fallen asleep yet, you know? Everybody's keeping me awake.
Nice. Proud of you, Moneyworms.
Time for time. How you doing?
Yeah, so when I was, I don't know, probably like 12 or like maybe a little older. No, it doesn't matter. I was younger. And I have always had like the smallest bladder in existence, right? So road trips are just like the absolute worst nightmare for me, because being stuck in a car with no bathroom for miles and miles, hours upon hours on end is just like not the thing for me. It's just not. And
especially if you have diarrhea.
Yeah. I thankfully I don't struggle with that, but I definitely have to pee like twice an hour. So road trips are not fun for me.
It's a blessing and a curse. Your body has given you the gift of no diarrhea most of the time, but also you have to get rid of water a different way. Piss jugs.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. You know what? Honestly, if I had to choose between the two, peeing a lot, probably way better. Probably.
It is way better. Agreed. I hate diarrhea. It sucks. Go. Continue your story.
All right. So we were visiting a lot of, we as in my family, was visiting a lot of national parks. My dad really likes hiking, and we had summer off because of school, and he's a teacher. So he was like, let's go to fucking everywhere. And end goal was West Virginia, which is where my family lives, or his side of the family. So we drove from LA to West Virginia. And there was one point where, you know how all national parks have that one road where it's like just like curves up a mountain or down a mountain. Every single national park you could ever think of has that road. Just to set the scene, it was very that. Tim said Utah. I think this did happen in Utah, actually. Don't exactly remember where. It could have been Zion National Park or somewhere in Utah. Anyway, so we're like driving up this mountain. We're in the middle of this road. It's that curvy road. And so like, I was like, Dad, I'm so sorry. I have to pee. Like I know we're so far from a bathroom and we're on the side of a cliff, on the side of this mountain, on this tiny ass road that's full of curves, and you can't pull over, but I really have to pee. I'm so sorry. Like, what do I do? And he was like, fuck, well, I have this bag of gum that I could dump out, and you could pee in that. And I was like, you know what? I'll take it. You know what? That's fair. That is fine. So I pee in this little bag of gum, right? And it's one of those bags that like, it's like basically a Ziploc, but like for gum. And so I like go to close it and my hand slips as I'm closing it and the entire bag spills all over the back seat and just like soaks me and my sister. And
what kind of gum was it?
Huh?
What kind of gum was it? Did you have any afterwards?
No. I don't. We're not big fans of gum. Only my dad is. But
did he have some? Did he have some piss gum?
He dumped the gum out before he handed me the bag.
Oh, okay. I missed that part. I missed the part. It was an empty gum bag.
No. I didn't pee on the gum.
I thought it was like a bag full of piss gum, and then your dad was like, "Oh, I still need the gum, you know."
Honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised. He's kind of gross.
How big was the bag? Because one time I remember my big piss story, I had downed an entire thing of McDonald's iced tea, and it was huge, and I was filling it up quickly, and I needed to get a second one, and I filled up like
I've been there.
I filled up 2 of them, and I was holding 2 giant McDonald's piss cups of my own piss, and I was so nervous that I was going to overflow the second one as well.
Oh my God. I've definitely been there. I've definitely filled 2 bottles on a road trip. It just happened, you know? The bag of gum was like probably 16 ounces. I was also like younger, so like my bladder didn't hold as much. Like that wasn't as big of a concern.
Gotcha.
But
so when you saw the vessel and you were like, this is enough for the amount of piss that's inside of me.
I mean, it was between that bag or just like on the floor. So it was kind of like, if this holds some of it and the rest goes on the floor, then less will be on the floor. You know what I mean?
That's true. So you're like, I can make this situation better. I know that I can get rid of this piss. Some might go on, but all of it ended up going on the floor anyways.
It did, and all over the back seat, and me and my sister, unfortunately. And no one ever brings it up. It's not one of those things my family will never let me live down. No one ever brings it up. And I'm eternally grateful for that.
I was going to say, I would purposely bring it up. I'd be like, why is no one bringing up the time that I peed in a gum bag and then splashed it all over everyone in the back of the seat in our road trip to Utah?
I should bring that up just to like ruin Christmas dinner, just to talk about it. I feel like I should.
You know what you should do in true nostalgic fashion? You should get a giant bag of gum and put the gum there and dump the gum out, unzip it, and then say, I have to go to the bathroom.
Honestly, that's just performance art. I love that. My family would not even question it.
It is performance art at that point. Peeing in vessels that should not be peed in. Pissing, excuse me.
Absolutely.
Have you seen those contraptions? It's like a hose that goes into a bottle, and you like put it wherever you want, really, and you put the defecant or the piss into whatever vessel you want. It's like a bong. It's like a beer bong, but for peeing in something on a road trip.
I'm gonna be real honest. I have no idea what a beer bong is. I have to Google it.
It's just like a hose that you pee in. All right, so it's a. Would you buy for $19.99. Something, not a catheter. No, I mean you could use a catheter. No, it looks
That's
like
what I was thinking. I was thinking a catheter. That's what you were describing, and I was like, I've heard of a catheter.
a beer bong is like, it's like a funnel with like a tube on the bottom of it, so that you can dump liquid into it, and then it runs down the tube somewhere. So you would just put that funnel where it needs to be, and that tube would run into a vessel to store your defecant or piss during a road trip.
Oh, I mean, that sounds convenient. Honestly, like if you're on a road trip alone and you have to keep driving or something, that could be nice.
Yeah, you just kind of do your business, and then you keep driving.
Oh my god, I googled beer bong, and there's a funnel gag that pops up on Google Images where it's strapped to someone's face, and suddenly I have to X out.
You're getting ideas. You're like, I see these ideas. I'm starting to get these ideas.
Not for me, but go off.
A female urination device. Well, anything. I think anyone can use it. It would have made it easier. You would have, if you had one, you wouldn't have dropped the bag full of piss all over your sister, Devin.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Moneyworms. I should have had a beer bong in the car to pee into.
You should have peed into a beer bong, exactly. Gimpmas bong. What the hell does that mean? Wow.
Listen, Waribos, send it in the Discord. Let us know.
Yeah, put that in there. Everybody put what they would want to. What kind of vessel would you want to pee into? You know, is it a gum bag? Do you want to pee into a big sweet tea cup? Do you want to pee into a Bionicle cup? Do you want to pee into like one of those clamshells that, you know, toys used to come into? What? A toilet. A toilet. Everybody wants a toilet. You can't pee in a toilet.
Best. But I will say Gatorade bottles probably second best.
Ooh, Gatorade bottle would be good. Because it's good for holding. It can hold a decent amount. And if you're drinking out of the Gatorade bottle, at least you know the vessel that you drank out of and all the things you drank out of it can hold all the piss that you've created.
Totally. Did you know that pee comes from the blood? It comes from filtering the blood. I didn't realize that until very recently, and it kind of blew my mind. I was like, I did not know that pee was just like the waste filtered out from the blood.
Yeah, and that's why when you pee and if there's too much sugar in it, you can actually check for diabetes stuff, but with urine, because there will be too much sugar from too much sugar being in the blood, because what is that? What's that thing? You can't.
High blood sugar, diabetic.
Pancreas. Is it the pancreas?
Oh.
Insulin. Your insulin is not fixing whatever it needs to do. Hello, Cake Buster.
Yeah, totally.
Yes. Kidney. I want to be in someone's mouth.
Go off. Go off.
We're not here to yuck yums, Devin. We're here to empty our urination.
Oh, I'm not yucking yums. They could fully slide into my DMs if they wanted to.
Well, Fairy Devin, thank you so much for telling this amazing story about how you peed into a gum bag and then threw it at your sister's face.
Totally. All right, thanks, Moneyworms. Bye.
Rad call. Never a dull moment with Devin. Never a dull moment.
Call from
Rubus Master.
Oh,
accept,
you're
press
good,
1.
Devin. No worries. Rubus Master, hello.
Hey, Moneyworms, what's up?
I'm just cranking this hog tonight.
You're rocking the big hog.
I am. I'm driving it. You sound like you could be a hog guy.
You know what? Tonight I'm a hobnob guy. I'm eating hobnobs.
Ooh, Hobnobs is good. You ever get the mac and cheese from Hobnobs?
Mm-mm.
And
No,
pal,
these
thank
are
you.
cookies. These are biscuits. These are McVitie's. McVitie's, made in Britain. Hobnobs, rolled oat and whole wheat biscuits, milk chocolate flavored coating.
Oh, I misunderstood. Hey, Bungus TV, thank you so much for that sub. I appreciate you. 3 months. We're on a wild hog tonight. We are. We're cruising on the hog, and people have to keep me awake. Hobnobs is a place here in town. Hobnobs it's a restaurant.
Really? I don't get out much.
That's okay. And when you do, you spend your time at that one bar.
Oh yeah, no, because I don't live over there anymore, man. I live over in Decatur. Decatur, I hardly even know her.
That's true. Very nice. Very nice.
No, so I don't live over by that place anymore.
Wow, and Liquid Sloth is driving up next to us. What do you want to say to Liquid Sloth?
Liquid Sloth, you have amazing claws, and I like the way you move. Don't blow up. Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Oh, well. Oh, well.
All right.
Oh,
you
well.
Cannot sleep
We try.
here. This is not for
how's your-
sleeping. Go on. How's my what? My bungus?
Yeah, how's your groin feeling? How's your bingles and your boingles feeling?
I always forget whenever I'm on this hog and with the thing that I'm sitting on, my back is like hunched over like it's all crunched up like crinkle crunch.
That sounds like yoga. You sounds like you're doing yoga right now while you're riding.
Hey, Toke, how you doing? Yeah, well, I wish I was doing yoga. I need to burp it out. Hey, I'm drinking. What are you drinking that's making you burp? I'm doing the same thing.
Cranberry lime polar.
You're not drinking the cranberry lime polar too, are you?
Yeah, they're on sale, 2 for 1. But you only have to buy one. You don't have to buy two. So,
you don't have to.
What?
You gotta take advantage of it though. That's crazy. That's what I'm drinking. That's exactly what I'm drinking.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
It is good. Is that how you knew where it was from?
Huh?
Is that how you knew it was from? Because you said, "Oh, it's from this one place in whatever." So
Worcester.
Quickly. Yeah. How did you know that? So because you were drinking one.
Because my father, he's an industrial salesman. So I'm in sales. He's in sales. He sells to the manufacturers. He sells industrial gear motors, and Polar is one of his customers. So he goes to Worcester sometimes to go to the Polar factory to help him out.
Wait, are you saying that I could be buying Polars directly from your dad?
I don't think you could buy it from. I don't think so. I don't know how you extrapolated that, but that's. Yeah,
because he goes there to sell. Because he's the Polar salesman.
They give it to him for free. They say, "Hey man, you want some free soda water? Here you go. Take a 12-pack. Hey, take a 2-liter."
Yeah, Ratatouille. Yeah, well, I will buy your dad's seltzer. I want dad's seltzer. What's wrong with that?
Well, Dad has one of those siphos now that he makes his own seltzer water because he was going through so much of it. He makes his own now.
How does he make it? What is he doing to make it? What are you talking about? He makes his own
He's got that
seltzer?
little machine. He's got that little machine where you get the CO2 canisters. Yeah.
I thought he had somebody
He
built
loves
something. He my dad brews his own. He makes his own. He brews his own seltzer.
He loves it. He brews his own seltzer. That's right. Basically, that's what he's doing. I mean, basically.
I used to have one of those, right? And here's the thing. You cannot ship compressed CO2 as... There's something about it. There's something about, like, you can't... It has to be empty or something. I don't know, but I used to
You can't do it in the milk, either.
You cannot... No, you can't... I want to soda stream everything. You can't soda stream gelatin. You can't soda stream your milk. Fruit
useless.
Juices. Why do they do that? What is it going to break the machine?
Hey, let me ask you something.
Yeah?
What's the last road trip you took?
Ooh, I went from here in beautiful Atlanta, Georgia, and I drove all the way out to L.A.
Woof. 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 Woof.
Yes. And we stopped in the beautiful Sedona, Arizona, and Dallas. And then we stopped in Vicksburg, Mississippi, and it's the most haunted town in America.
Oh, really? That's cool. That's pretty cool, actually. It sounds like you had a good time on that road trip.
I did.
Was this pre-COVID or was this post-pandemic?
This was pre. This was pre. I was breathing over everyone. Right. I was 1 inch away from everyone I met, looking them straight in the eyes and telling them that they look amazing.
Remember those days? Oh, man.
I remember those days. It's crazy. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, those cross-country trips are fun. I did a cross-country trip once, but it wasn't fun because I was going from Los Angeles to Miami, but I was doing it in like it was an unplanned move from Los Angeles to Miami. I was like kicked out, and I had to move. And I was like, okay, I'll go move with my brother, I guess, because I was out of money. Didn't have any friends other than the girl I was with in Los Angeles. And anyway, I'm going cross country and I'm doing it as fast as I can. I get stopped in Texas by Border Patrol. They had a roadblock set up, and Border Patrol stopped me.
Uh-oh.
And yeah. They said it smells like weed in your car. I had a bong in my cup holder. I was like, yeah, I have weed. At that point, what are you gonna say? No. It's like, yeah,
Did you have time to get the bong out of the cup holder, or you're just like, well?
No, there was a roadblock. I didn't know what was going on. And
you had time. You probably had some time to put the bong in the back seat or something, Roybos.
Well, anyway, my car was filled with weed. There was no hiding it. There was no time. There was no hiding.
You felt honesty was the best policy. You're like, I don't want to hide anything from you. Just look at all the weed I have.
Yeah, basically. So they take my prints. They do the whole thing. All the people that are sitting on the bench cuffed up next to me, they're like, "Órale, güey, huele como mota. You smell like weed, dude." And they're giving me like thumbs up, And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, cool. I'm glad you guys are getting a kick out of this."
Wow. And what happened? What do you mean they fingerprinted you for what? Just to know that they put you in a big list of weed smokers?
Well, I had a lot of weed. So they were like, we're going to give you a court date and stuff. And then they didn't. I think they kept it for themselves. Nothing happened. Nothing came of it.
You didn't show up to your court date?
No, they never mailed me a court date. They never mailed me anything. I had a lawyer look into it. I was like, am I going to be a fugitive in Texas?
I was going to say, if you ever go back to Texas, you're going to have a big old warrant for like a 10-year-old warrant. You smoking weed 10 years ago and you had 20 pounds of weed in your car.
Yeah, basically. Well, no. So I was freaked out though. This was like 7 years ago, maybe 8 years ago now. I don't know. And so I drove. This was by the border in Texas. I drove straight through Texas to Louisiana nonstop. Like I stopped to get gas and stuff, but that was like over 30 hours.
I was going to say
nonstop.
You drove nonstop for 30 hours? I would have been like hallucinating on the road. That's very dangerous.
Yeah, well, I had dextrostat, which was like an amphetamine that was prescribed to me at the time.
Okay, so you were juiced up.
Yeah. I was geeked up, and I was like, I'm not stopping. Fuck this fucking state. Fuck this fucking Texas place. I don't fucking like it. Fuck.
Wow.
I wasn't even mad about this court date and stuff. I was like, I'll deal with that. Like, that's going to be a pain in my ass. I was mad that they took all my weed.
I just drilled my cat on accident. Yeah, they took all your bud, and you didn't have a way to come down from the amphetamines that you're prescribed.
Well, they didn't find my hash. They did take all my weed, but they didn't find any of my hash. So I still had some.
Okay. Well, that's kind of nice. There you go.
Yeah.
You hid that.
Yeah.
You hid that better than you hid the rest of your weed when they stopped you.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think the dogs couldn't smell it or something. I don't know. But that was my cross country experience then. I've had better ones since, but that was my long haul non-stop driving. Oh gosh.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of driving. That's a lot of weed that you were smoking. I'm glad they let you keep some of it.
Yeah, me too, man. Oh shit. I was fucking scared out of my wits though when it all happened. But it all worked out. It's good. I'm fine today. I'm not a fugitive in Texas. I've been back since, and I'm fine.
Cat's driving the bike.
Yay! Yeah, then I did a road trip out to Colorado. This was during the pandemic. I did a road trip to Colorado. This is not the one to New Mexico. This was like over a year ago now that I did this to Colorado. And I said, okay, I'm going to drive out to Colorado and then fly back because I was helping a friend move there. So
you were like, I don't want to
drive.
I got to get this weed airborne. I'm sick of driving with the weed across country. I need to start getting it, across the air,
Can neither confirm nor deny. So I'm supposed to go there and help her drive there. I help her get there. I was supposed to stay at night and then fly back the next day, right? And then I was staying in the hotel and I did some acid, and I called the airlines. I said, I'm having too much fun here. I can't leave tomorrow. Give me 2 more days. And they said, okay. And so I stayed for an extra 2 days, and I met a lovely young lady who was the same age as me that was attracted to me, and I was attracted to her, and we did stuff at nighttime, and it was fun, and then I left.
Wow. Interesting, Roybos. Very interesting. What state was this? You said Utah?
Colorado.
Ah, and weed is legal there, so you could have just smoked the weed.
Yeah. Well, you can fly with TSA. They're only looking for bombs. They're not looking for weed. I fly with weed all the time. I didn't say that, but you didn't hear it from me. But yeah, it's fine.
Filipina, what's going on? You came in a perfect time. We're talking about the legalities of flying with marijuana and whether or not it's ethical.
You're allowed to fly out of LAX with up to an ounce.
A whole ounce?
Yep.
But does it have to be a state where it's also legal?
No. I mean, don't get caught once you land, but LAX isn't going to stop you.
Yeah, someone told me that the dogs they're not there to sniff anything. Yeah, they're bomb dogs. They're not weed dogs. Those are different dogs. There's different dogs.
In customs, they have drug dogs in customs. So don't do international, But domestic, they're not.
The law is crazy. That's what I've learned. Law is wild. It's just a bunch of loopholes and bullshit.
What law? We live in the Wild West, man. It's COVID, and there's no laws.
There are no laws. That's true. There are laws, though. And speaking of which, say hi to Western Australia. Western Australia's driving up next to us here.
Hey, Western Australia.
What do you have anything to say?
Australia. I like to say oggy, 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 oi, oi, oi. I like Fosters. I like Deweys. I like.
Rad call. Thank you so much for calling in, Roybos Master. You kept me awake. That story was, entertaining, to say the least. Why is this song not playing? Come on, we're starting it over. Oh, I paused it.
Call from
Ben.
Hello.
Hello, Moneyworms. My name is Ben.
Who am I speaking with?
Oh, my name is Ben.
Ben.
Yes.
Ben, how old are you?
I'm 21.
All right, Ben, you made the cut. How's it going, Ben?
Things are going good. I was working on some homework for my job, and was calling in to see how you are doing.
I'm doing
You're
well.
trying to stay awake.
I need to stay awake, Ben. I'm staying awake.
You need to stay awake.
I need. Can I help you with? What are you doing? Homework? Can I help with any of it?
Yeah. Nah, it's just very, very depressing stuff.
Oh.
But
sleepy stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff that will make me tired, Ben.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I recently went to on a road trip.
Ooh. Where'd you go?
Yeah. I went I didn't go to Mammoth, but I went nearby. I know some people up there, and what is it? It was the first time that I went driving that far by myself, because I live in like Southern California.
Wow. Wait, you went all? Where did you go? You went all the way to Georgia?
No, Mammoth.
What is Mammoth?
Mammoth is like kind of in the middle of California.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Atlanta.
Yeah.
Mammoth.
Oh, no.
Mammoth. You said it like I should know. I don't know what Mammoth is. What is Mammoth?
No, it's like so Mammoth is like really popular to go like skiing and snowboarding, and then like right nearby is this Yosemite National Park, which is pretty popular.
Yosemite.
Out of the national park.
I've heard of that. I've heard of Yosemite, and I see a lot of people at Tahoe. Tahoe seems to be a place where people like to take Instagram photos.
Yeah, I haven't been to Tahoe in many years. I don't, but I definitely imagine that there's probably a lot of people who go to take pictures there.
Yeah, very nice. What is that Mammoth that you've taken it? Like, do you go snowboarding?
Nah. I don't know. I like to go hiking. I really like to go hiking. I went on this one hike that there was these salmon that were like swimming upstream, except the stream was like really tiny because they were going up from a lake, and the salmon like jumped, and there was like no water on the other side where it jumped. It was just like laying on the ground.
Free salmon.
And so I picked it up.
Yes.
Huh?
You got free salmon. That's a gift from the Lord.
I didn't eat it because I don't know how to prepare salmon. I don't know how to do that. But I did throw it back in.
Oh, you helped it. You played. No, you are that's you are messing with nature. That fish was supposed to die. And now our timeline. You fucked the timeline. You're not supposed to mess with time travel, Ben.
Okay, so Moneyworms, if you got lost on a hike and some alien came by and was like, I should drop this guy back with his people and civilization, do you think the alien should just like leave and leave you to die because that's how it was supposed to be?
Are you just assuming that I'm like helpless on a trail, that I'm just, if I just start walking, I'm just gonna be helpless and I'm just gonna die, Ben?
Well, you wouldn't be on the trail. You'd be lost.
Okay, so I'm lost. All right.
Yes,
yeah,
lost.
I guess I would see it as some sort of divine intervention, I guess. But also, I agree, Gamma. Don't fuck with the timeline, you know? Was this salmon important? Do you think the salmon was important? Was this salmon like the mayor of wherever he was going to?
No. I kind of feel like the salmon's gonna like die pretty soon anyway, because like when he jumped out, he didn't flop around. He was just like laying there, like fuck. I guess this is it.
Maybe he wanted to go.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Maybe.
And don't salmon?
I don't know.
They die after they inseminate the eggs anyways?
You know, I don't know, but maybe.
Interesting. It was just one. Was it just one salmon that you saved?
Just one. There's 2 others in the stream, but I just saved one.
All right. I think we're gonna all be okay. I think we will all be fine. If it was more than one salmon, I would have been concerned, and I would have blamed you for everything.
The new pandemic is started by a salmon disease, a fish disease.
People touching salmon, messing with nature when they shouldn't be. Just let things happen. Stop trying to mess with everything, Ben. You're messing with everything, and now we've got all these world fucking problems because of you. Well, I'm happy. I'm glad for you. That was a nice thing to do. You know, there's a lot of people that would have done other things. Or you're right. You were a good Samaritan that day. And perhaps someday you will be rewarded in the eyes of whatever creator that we have, you know?
Maybe if I get lost on a trail, then some alien will pick me up and drop me back off.
Or a giant salmon. A giant salmon will pick you up and put you where you need to be. And then that salmon will call into a different stream and talk about how that salmon saved a person who was helpless and not really doing anything. And there were 2 other humans around there. Salmon will save you.
Yeah, maybe.
You got some karma credits. Wow, now I have to go to Mammoth because wild things happen in Mammoth.
Oh yeah, pretty wild things. There's some hot springs in the area that were closed, and I was so disappointed because the hot springs, though I don't remember the names of them, but there's this one that like people go and they'll sit in it, and then it's like they're like naked and they talk about conspiracies.
Ooh,
it's really cool.
That sounds like my kind of place. I like sitting in a hot tub. I like being in the nude, and I love a good conspiracy. Does everyone do that in Mammoth? If I show up there and just randomly do that, will I be accepted by the Mammoth people?
Well, I mean, in the hot springs, yeah. I mean, it also probably depends on the hot springs, because I don't know if all hot. It's probably not all the hot springs are nude hot springs.
Okay.
It might just be only some of them. But
there are designated nude hot springs that I have to find, otherwise I will be wanted by authorities.
I mean, don't go walking around naked downtown.
All right, gotcha. I won't.
Have you been to nude places?
I haven't. I don't think I've ever been to a nude place. Describe a nude place to me.
So I went to a nude beach. Yeah, and there was a lot of guys who were just there like alone, and they were just like walking, and it really reminded me of Attack on Titan.
You're like, I gotta get away from these fucking Titan people.
There's so many just naked guys just walking around, and then there's like couples, and then there's there's like one or two groups of people, but yeah, just a lot of just single guys just walking around naked. But let me tell you, not wearing clothes. So the beach, it was very nice temperature that day. So I'm sure I wouldn't have liked it if it was a bad temperature, but you don't really realize how uncomfortable clothes are until you're not wearing them, and then you're like, oh my gosh, this feels amazing.
So you say it's liberating. Like it's some people say they're more comfortable naked than they are with clothes on.
Yeah. It is very liberating. But again, the temperature was good. So I feel like it would not feel liberating if it was excessively hot or excessively cold.
Ah, I see. So it has to be perfect conditions for you to fully feel perfect in the nude.
Yeah. I mean, I've only been once, so I don't really know, but probably.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I'm open to it. I also don't want to just be some random nude dude on the beach wherever someone calls into an internet show later and says, yeah, there's this loser on the beach just walking around naked trying to look for things in the sand or something.
Well, go with some friends. Go with some friends.
Ooh, okay. Some nude camaraderie.
Yeah. That's the best way to do it. You do it with friends.
Ah, yes. I'll just get all my nude friends who are into nude things, and we'll go out to Mammoth and go on hikes together.
Yeah. I don't know if there's any nude hikes. It might just be the hot spring.
Well, that sounds kind of... Well, a nude hike sounds kind of fun. Maybe there's a market for
It
that.
does. A nude hike... Well, okay. It would depend on the place, though, because you don't want to do a nude hike if it's, like, next to a lake with, like, a lot of mosquitoes. That would not be fun.
Yes, I've been talking to 2 separate people recently who found ticks on their gooch.
No! Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. And then I said, how did you find it?
Oh, my God.
And they said, well, yeah, somebody found it for me. And I'm like, I have no one to check my gooch, so I would be fearful of that.
Yeah. That is scary. I didn't even think of that. Oh, my gosh.
And then I said, "What?" I said the second person. You're the second person I've heard, and they said yes. They like warm areas. They like warm, moist areas. So that would make sense that they would want to go for the gooch.
Yeah. That's weird. It's making me think of all like the stories people talked about, like when I was younger, like when they were talking about like the weird like bugs in the Amazon that would like go up your butt and other stuff.
What?
Like,
I've never heard that story.
Did people tell you stories about that?
No one told me story. I somehow have gone this far in my life without hearing about the Amazonian ass bugs.
I swear, like in like middle school, like there's so many people who talk about that shit. It's so like creepy and gross and I don't.
Interesting.
Geez.
You're a wealth of knowledge. You have so much good knowledge. You have salmon stories. You have nude stories and bugs that crawl up your anus. Very nice.
Thank you.
This is keeping me awake. Is this your first time calling in, Ben?
Yes.
Amazing.
This is my first time.
How did you find the stream?
It was recommended because I was watching Therapy Gecko, and then yours was recommended, and I gotta tell you, I watch yours a lot more than Therapy Gecko's.
Wow, look at that, everybody. We're moving up. We got motorcycles. We got ass bugs. We got salmon stories. Well, Ben, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. I appreciate you calling in and watching. And, tell all your nude friends that I stream and we talk about nude stuff. So.
Yeah. I will. Thank you so much.
Rad call. Thank you so much for calling in, Ben. Rad call.
Okay. Bye, Moneyworms.
Oh, I love a new call. It's exhilarating. It just makes me want to get on my hog and cruise down this road trip that we're all on, the road trip of life. We got a call calling on in. My ass hurts so bad. I'm getting like a workout from this stream.
Call from
Tim shuts the door.
Tim, shutting doors.
Hello. How you doing, Moneyworms?
I'm doing good. You like my hog?
Why do they call motorcycles hogs? I never understood that. It doesn't make sense to me.
Because you gotta oink, oink, oink. You gotta oink it up. Oink it up. Oink, oink, oink. Trapaholics,
But, like, did someone create a bike that, like, oinked and, like, all of a sudden they started calling it their hog and, like, it just stuck,
I don't know, Tim. I only know about prions and nothing else.
But like, it just doesn't make sense to me. You know, like when did people start calling it their hog?
Fast and bulbous. Thanks for getting sleep with us.
There's nothing about motorcycles that resemble hogs.
My ass, I gotta stretch, Tim. There isn't. You're right. You're absolutely right. I don't know. I don't have the answers for everything, Tim. I didn't do this stream to just get berated by people on the internet asking me why motorcycles are called hogs. I'm trying to stay awake, Tim.
Gosh, I'm sorry, dude. Well, you know what helped me always stay awake? Or, well, not me, but you know how I always helped my parents stay awake during road trips?
How?
We played the license plate game. You know what the license plate game is, Moneyworms?
Ooh, the license plate game. No, what is the license plate game?
Really? I feel like half the people I talk to know what this game is, and half the people I don't. So the license plate game is basically a game where you look out your window or windshield or whatever, and you look at every single or as many license plates of the cars around you as possible, and you try to track the states that you've seen.
You try to do what?
You try to track the states that you've seen. So like you try to see like how many states, how many different license plates you can see by the end of your trip.
Ah,
does that make sense?
I see.
Yeah, and like I think the most we've ever got was, I want to say we got 48 of the 50 states and like 3 or 4 of the 11 Canadian provinces.
I've never even seen like a Hawaii license plate. Like, was it?
I've seen a couple. It's very rare. That was one of the ones that we were missing. We were missing that, and New Mexico were the 2 states we were missing, and then we were missing a bunch.
I've seen a bunch, and you know, New Mexico is a lot more. It's a lot more
common
than Alaska. You saw Alaska?
Yeah,
you saw Wyoming? Are you sure?
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, it was a drive down. It was like Christmas time. We drove from Delaware to South Florida and stayed there for about a week, and then like came up, and during that week-long trip, we saw every single U.S. state license plate except for New Mexico and Hawaii. Hawaii wasn't surprising. We were surprised. We couldn't find a New Mexico. We just couldn't find one. But we managed to see 2 Alaskan license plates.
That's wild. Yeah, I guess my family was boring on road trips. We did not play the license plate game, Tim.
Bro, I loved the license plate game as a kid. I cannot tell you how many times I played. There was so many road trips that we played the license plate game. So many trips. I probably still have a couple lists in my phone of like tracking the states that we saw.
And the trick is to record everyone's license plate and report them to the authorities and keep a big database of everyone that you're keeping track of, Tim.
Jeez. I mean, surveillance worms is coming out right now. What is this?
Big Brother Worm. I have eyes everywhere.
Yeah, JLP. It's like you keep a list on your phone, so it's like you can't remember like every single state that you've seen. So you gotta keep track. You know, you gotta keep a list.
Tallulah Shorts has a good idea. Find someone with a Hawaii license plate and park there overnight and sleep in their place. And then when everyone leaves, you can immediately check off Hawaii.
Okay. Excuse me, I'm choking on my own fucking spit. Fuck. No, like
3 fucks.
That's cheating though. That's cheating. Like it would have usually when you see that, like it's always like the front license plate. It has to be the back license plate one. That was one of the rules. It always, because sometimes the front license plate is different than the back. The back license plate was always the one that you had to go. Because that's where the car is from.
You know what's great about growing up in Florida? You don't need a front license plate. So everyone's license plate in Florida is like just a picture of a fish or like Salt Life or something, you know?
It's the same thing here. We don't need front license plates. It's wonderful. You get your own little fun designs on the front of your car. You can have like a turtle like in a bird cage eating an elephant. You know, it can be like anything that you desire.
Was that a thing, or did you just make that up? Hey, Fork you, thanks for the bits. I appreciate it.
I just made it up. I mean, it'd be cool if it was a thing, though.
Yeah, I know. Novelty flavor. Yeah, that was too wacky, Tim. I agree. I don't believe you now.
Well, I'm a wacky guy. Waka, waka, waka.
Oh, Tim, you're shutting doors. I love it. I never played the license plate game. I can confidently say that. We would look, you know what I like? I just like stopping at random graveyards and taking pictures at graveyard. That's my favorite thing to do during a road trip is to find old-timey graveyards. And one time, no, it's great. It's beautiful. That's what the graveyards are meant for people to enjoy.
Nah, you're taking a photo with a random stranger's memorial. That's
what it's for, Tim. What do you think? You just want to be anonymous? Why do you think you have a headstone? It's so that people know you existed, Tim.
Yeah, but it's like I don't want like random strangers coming up to me, man. Like I don't want to be perceived, you know? Like I want the minimum people knowing I am there as possible.
Well, Tim, I hate to break it to you. I don't think you will care either way.
Like, you know, I suppose you're right. But, like, what I'm thinking, like, when my family used to have a beach house in Ocean City, New Jersey. And every time we would drive there, we would pass this cemetery. And there was this one tombstone that it would always stand out. It was solid black and it was fucking huge, and it just said the guy's name on it. And I'm trying to remember what his name was. It was like Samuel B. Jones. We always had the joke that like he was a man of some importance in these parts because it was a fucking huge tombstone and just his name. And like that's not what I want. Like give me a tiny tombstone on the ground that nobody can see. And like there, I'm like hidden forever, and I'm like no one can see me, and I can be left alone for eternity.
I want like a giant statue of myself that like drinks the water like those birds, you know?
Well, I mean that you can have that, but I mean I imagine that'd be one pretty expensive, and two, like don't you think it's like I don't know. It's like you're going to be having so many people come to your dead body and like just like be like, huh? Wonder who this guy was. He was probably an asshole. I mean, look at this.
No, that's why your gravestone has to list.
He's like a douche.
No.
You know.
Hold on, Bunkbot's coming by. Have you seen Bunkbot? Look at Bunkbot's driving up right next to us. Wow, look at that.
What? Wow, dude. Wild. Wait, what's that license plate? I can't see it. Too dark. Man. We missed that license plate, Moneyworms.
We did. But that's okay. Because, Tim, you're supposed to list all of your accomplishments on your gravestone. It's like a resume. So that people can induct you into their Instagram pictures.
Nah, hard pass. It's like, I want to leave as little of a footprint on this world as possible. You know, people, like, I can be here.
You're so modest. You're so modest. I just want to. I don't want to. I don't want to leave anything here. I want it to be like, we're to dust we shall return. And I just want to play a fucking license plate game. And I don't want a big old grave. I don't want a big giant catacomb that has a poker table in it that my friends can play in.
Well, you know, dude. Like, this is the thing. I am someone that's not about like credit. I don't like, I feel awkward receiving credit, so it's just like, oh, okay, you know, I'll do like things, and like I just like, as I don't like, I can just be anonymous. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, Tim, you're like, just put me in a bucket. Put me in a Amazon package box and kick me down a stairwell.
Throw me in a jar. I can be Tim in a jar and like sit on someone's shelf and like just like be there and like no one will ever...
that's more vain than anything else. Is when put me in a big giant urn above your fireplace and everybody can blow me kisses on Halloween. Like, no, that's even worse,
like,
Tim.
That's not, no, it's like I want to be like in a jar. Like I want to be like hidden like the very back. You know, fuck it. Put me in storage. Even better. Throw me in the attic.
You want to be in like a climate controlled security safe thing, like random key out in the middle of nowhere.
Yes, pick me up on trash day.
Ooh, Sativa Pancake. I love the idea of QR codes on gravestones. That's fantastic. And I'd love for it to link.
That's actually a great idea.
I'd love for it to link to an Amazon wish list.
Like that, I don't know, man. I just like, although like, I'm sure like those QR codes would like send you to like some real weird shit. Like you just scan some random guy's like QR code on their gravestone, and it shows you them it shows you their like sex tape or something.
Ooh, like, Tim, now you're talking. Wow, you want your sex tape leaked after you're dead, Tim?
No, that's saying like, but that's like some of the weird shit you would see probably with like QR codes. Like if someone like if you scan some random dude in the graveyard's QR code, like you'd probably find some like really weird shit like that, you know?
Yeah, I know. I want everyone. It's gonna be a secret Dropbox of all of my nudes. I want everyone to know that I had a Adonis ass. I looked like King David sculpted.
I thought you were gonna say a micro penis. It's okay, Moneyworms. It's fine. You don't have to be ashamed.
Tim, shutting doors.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm also shutting the door on anybody noticing me after my death.
Tim, what if we cremated you and illegally after you go in a weird ceremony, and we mixed you in with a bunch of wood pulp and we sent it to IKEA, and you could become a part of a bunch of furniture?
You know, sure. So everyone can make me like a couch or something, and people can just sit on me. I'll just like I'll hold people up. You know, like that actually be pretty symbolic.
Who's Billy Bookcase?
I support people. That's pretty symbolic, right?
Paper pulp.
I'm a chair.
It is.
Fuck! I could be a door.
That's what I was alluding to,
God,
Tim. I wanted to incept it. I wanted to incept it, and it worked. Tim shuts the doors. This is a new business. This sounds like a worm tank initiative where we take ashes of people, we put it into things, and every time you open a door that was made and crafted, and it is standing because other brilliant people built it.
Wait, Ash said that it's already a thing. It's IKEA's most popular product, a Billy bookcase.
It's made with real Tims, shutting doors.
But that, I don't know if I would like that, because then I'd be seen, because I'm a door and people see doors. Can I be like a door to nowhere? Man, that's symbolic. A door to nowhere? Ooh.
I will put a QR code on your grave, Tim, and it will link to a GIF, a low-quality GIF of a door that opens and closes.
Huh. If that's all my footprint is, I can accept that.
Huh.
But I'd still rather no footprint. You ever see the movie Coco?
Is that the one with the
I'm
bird?
gonna take that as an.
There's a bird, there's like a magical bird that everyone is trying to steal from each other, because if you end up with the bird when the time goes out, you get money.
What? What movie are you talking about?
I think I'm thinking of Along Came
Sounds
Polly.
like an interesting movie.
Tim,
Is
this
it
has
gonna
been a
what?
very rad call. Thank you so much for calling in, Tim.
I'm interested to hear what movie you were talking about. I'm gonna do some research and fucking figure out what movie that is. But this is a rad call, Moneyworms.
Rad call.
Rad call.
Boy, Tim is so modest. I don't want graves. I just want to be unknown to the world. Tim, you have to be famous like everyone else. Ron Chola, welcome.
Call from
Cult Mama.
Crimpton? Who is this?
Cult Mama.
Colt Mala?
Or Tammy. Either way works.
Tammy.
Yeah, screen name's like Cult Mama, so.
Colt Mama.
Yes.
How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty fine. It was very cold today, so I'm warming up now.
Very nice.
It reminded me of a trip to Buffalo that we took.
Buffalo?
Yeah. we were actually because at the time we lived in Pennsylvania, and we were taking a trip to Canada, and we ended up getting stuck in Buffalo.
Ooh.
And yeah. And I swore I saw a moose. Everyone tells me, no, it's not a moose. It's not a moose. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's a moose. But everybody's like, no, it's just trees. It's just trees. And about 10 minutes later, while we're waiting for AAA to come out, you hear this weird bellowing sound. And I'm like, all right, so it's not a moose. It's definitely not a tree. What is that? Yeah. And we found out it was actually a moose.
You were right all along. Did you did you rub it in everyone's faces? Did you say it was a fucking moose?
Pretty much. I was like, I knew it was a moose. I told you guys it was a moose. And everyone was just like, okay, we get it. It's a moose.
I told you it was a moose. I feel like you cannot mistake seeing a moose. They're giant.
Exactly. I'm just like, how could you not tell? It was just huge. But I guess because it was slightly far away, people were like, no, it's definitely not a moose. Can't be a moose.
Can't be a moose. People always doubt people when they see mooses. Moose, multiple mooses.
Moose? Whatever that would be called. Meese?
Moose. Meese. Geese. Is it like goose? Geese? Moose? Meese?
Meese? I think so. I don't know.
Meeses. The meese. Rub the moose. Yeah, moose, they're they're pretty aggressive, you should not touch the moose.
Heck no. And I was kind of glad that it was far away. I was like, please don't see us. Please don't see us. And this is back in like 2006, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, moose were so much meaner back then.
Oh, yeah.
That's when you did not want to see. Did you ever make it to Canada?
Yeah, we did, actually. We got to Toronto, and my aunt was living in Toronto. It was the first time I saw those little table things on the middle of the pizza. I was like, what is this? Pizza comes with a table?
Wow. You got to experience a moose and the little tiny Barbie tables that come with your pizza in the same week.
Exactly. It was great. Like, my dad's a truck driver, so I've been on, like, lots of road trips. And, like, got to experience a lot of things.
I was always so jealous of trucker kids because that's so true. You get to experience what's the best road trip that you went on in your father's giant truck?
Ooh, that one's hard. I would have to assume it was from Pennsylvania, like Philadelphia, all the way to New Orleans.
Ooh,
and it took us about 3 days because he was hustling very hard down the road.
Yeah, wow. That's nice. That's, I guess you would go through, like, maybe the mountains, too?
A little bit. It was mostly flat, surprisingly. I think when we hit, because we stopped in either Alabama or Mississippi, I can't remember. We did a pit stop there, and it was very weird because everyone was just like staring at us, and we're just like, okay, I know we look like out of towners, but please ignore us. Like,
you don't have to look at us like we're crazy. We've been here before. We're just passing through. Interesting.
Exactly.
Did he have one of those? I will be quite honest, Cult Mama. I've always wanted to, just maybe for a summer or a year, become a truck driver and have one of those little spaces above that I can sleep in and dine in the finest truck stops in the world and exclusively eat gas station egg salad sandwiches for a whole week. Did he have one of those little cabins above his giant truck?
Yes, actually. He's been through several truck companies, so it was different trucks all the time. Like, he had one with, like, a built-in mini fridge, and then there was one with, like, a little stovetop in it. And I was like, how the heck did you get a stovetop in your truck? But
oh, my God.
It happens.
This is amazing. And what kind of stuff was he hauling? Could he go back into the truck and take things from it and cook that?
I mean, he's done it before, but it's mostly like food products he's delivered. So like I think one time he had like a truck full of watermelons, and he had us like come out in the middle of the night. It was like 12 a.m. and he's like, "Come get these watermelons. My truck's too heavy. You have to take them." And I'm just like, "Oh, okay."
Oh. It was too heavy.
We're out in our pajamas running to get watermelons.
That's crazy. What? That seems kind of like it's a loss of profit too. It seems like, because there's those weigh stations and they weigh you to make sure that your truck is consistent, but then if you show up light, they're going to say, what the hell happened to these watermelons?
Well, luckily what it was, he went to the weighing station that was I think in New Jersey, if I'm not mistaken, and they said his truck was too heavy, and then he was like, okay, no worries. And he like drove straight to Philadelphia, called us, and he was like, get up. You need to come get these watermelons. They're too much.
He was out on the side of the highway just chucking watermelons into the bush over there. He's like, my shit's too heavy. I gotta get these fucking watermelons out of here. Why did they make his truck too heavy? That's not his fault.
Exactly. But no, he's cross country, and I think it's just food all the time. Like, he did one for a bakery. They gave him free cookies.
Ooh.
And he bought them back. I was just like, okay, cookies.
God, it's too bad they weren't like, oh, these solid blocks of gold are too heavy. You need to make your car lighter. And then you would have been far richer today than if you just had a bunch of watermelons.
Honestly. I think about it all the time. Christian asks, how does the way stations work? So basically, depending on which way station you go to, some of them look like just like a little garage thing, but it's like big enough for a truck to fit in, and you drive the truck into the little garage part, and then it weighs how much the back of your truck is. And then, if it's too heavy, they tell you gotta lose it, or if it's too light, they mark it off and like send you with like a little slip that you have to bring in, and it's really weird.
Is it to prevent theft, or is it to prevent someone like putting a bunch of an illegal substance in the back of the truck and transporting it? I guess why do they have to make sure that your truck is consistent in weight?
It's a mixture of both. It's to make sure you're not carrying anything illegal, but it's also to make sure no one's stealing anything from your trucks. And then, what else? There's something else my dad told me. I can't remember.
Do you get time to enjoy the places that you're going to, or you're basically like, I have 3 days to get here?
If he's doing it for a job, we got to like do like night pit stops, and like those are really fun because like the entire state would be like pretty much dead, and you could have like the truck stops to yourself pretty much because like everyone else is sleeping the 8 hours, and my dad was the type of person to like sleep 8 hours in 2 days. And I'm just like, aren't you not supposed to do that? And he's like, look, that's why truckers have 2 logs, one personal log and one official log. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
And at the night in those truck stops, that must just be a load of fun.
Yeah. Some of the newer ones now, you get like a little card so you can access the showers, so they're a lot cleaner.
Okay.
Than some truck stops, which is surprising.
I thought you meant like you get a card to like gamble with, or you get like a membership card to like play arcade games or something. That would be a lot more fun for truck drivers than just bathing.
You would think. Maybe they do. I don't know. I haven't talked to my dad recently, so like I don't know anything new yet. But those are some things that I've learned. We also did like a trip from Philadelphia to Miami.
Ooh.
And that one was very interesting.
I'm sure, and a very beautiful drive, especially if you were on the East Coast. That A1A is very beautiful to drive. This is interesting. I'm gonna be real with you, Call Mama. I would take a year off of everything to just drive a truck and be a truck driver just for a year, just to experience all the places that I could drive to.
It's fun. It's fun. It's coming from a passenger driver.
Yeah, that sounds fun. You get to drive a giant semi-truck, and you get to take showers in a bunch of different truck stops all across America.
You get to take the cheesy pictures out state line saying I'm in one state and now I'm in another state.
Yes. And if you drive to the 5 points or whatever it's called, you can take a picture sprawled out in 5 different states.
Exactly.
And you get, and it's just an excuse to eat fast food, which I'm always about.
Yeah, it definitely is. I think from that trip to Miami, it was the first time I had Bojangles. I think we were in South Carolina.
Yes.
And I was like, oh my God, this thing is amazing.
Bojangles is amazing. I had Bojangles a few days ago, and that was my second time having it. I love Bojangles. See, you got to experience the world because your father was a trucker.
Still is.
Whenever
I have time off, I'm just like, let me come. I want to go.
Yeah, I want to as well. After this, tell your dad that I'm interested and that I'm willing to risk it all on becoming a man of the road.
I mean, I'll let him know. He sometimes drives to Georgia. He's mostly in Texas now, so there's that.
I can experience it, and if he ever has any extra watermelons, I will gladly I will gladly make his way station trip worthwhile.
Yeah, I mean, hey, he would be willing because every time his truck's too heavy, he's always like, okay, I got to get rid of this. I got to get rid of this. And I'm just like, put it in the front of the truck, maybe?
Yeah, and it also, if you have an extra person, that's different weight. And then just when he's delivering PlayStation 5s across America, you need to let me know. I will gladly reach out to him then.
I'll definitely let him know. Like, he's experienced a lot more than me. Like, he went fishing recently, and he caught a sea turtle and a stingray.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I was like, where was I? Like,
very nice. Did he release them, or did he consume them?
He released the sea turtle. I don't know about the stingray. He never said anything more about the stingray.
Interesting. This has been I'm learning so much about trucking from this call, Cult Mom. I'm so glad you called in. This is keeping me awake.
Believe me, I think about it all the time because we're just like, we went so many places and everybody's like, oh, I only went here and here. And I'm like, you know what? Save.
I sit on my ass and click around for 8, sometimes 9 and 10 hours a day. I can't imagine how much fun it would be to drive all across America and take advantage of the trucker membership cards.
The trucker membership cards, and also like the little radio that they have inside so you can communicate with other truckers.
Oh, the CB radio! I have to do this. But unfortunately, Cult Mama, our time is up. Actually, did you used to get to play with the CB radios and try to contact other people?
I did.
And they'd always be like, you're too young to be in the trucking industry. What have you stolen?
Like,
You've stolen
the radio.
You've stolen the giant watermelon truck. We're going to have to come after you. I know that truckers keep out a lookout for each other as well with the trucker code.
Exactly.
The trucker code. Well, maybe someday I will be a trucker worm.
A trucker worm indeed.
Yes, over and out. Well, this has been a very rad call. Cult Mama, thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate you.
No problem.
This has been a very rad call. You too. I want to be a trucker now. I'm sick of driving this hog. I should be driving a 12, 18, 24-wheeler. A big old, a giant bus. What do they call? Ooh. That was a rad call. Thank you so much for calling in, Call Mama. I love the idea. One time, there was a truck driver that moved us to our house, and he brought his son, and his son took me to my dad's bathroom and tried to teach me how to shave, and my mom was disappointed.
Call from
Gibraltar. Hello.
Hello. Dalton, how you doing? It's good to see you here. Do you like this hog?
Who's being pog?
It's a good hog, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Are you
pretty hog.
You sound like a sleepy... Oh, Fairy Devon's rolling on by. Say hi, Christian Peralta.
Hi, Fairy Devon. Yeah, I'm feeling good tonight.
Very nice. You sound very good tonight.
I'm very relaxed tonight.
Ah, very nice. Oh, sorry, Fairy Devon. What are you doing tonight? Are you playing... What are you doing tonight?
What do you think I'm playing?
I don't know.
You know, I'm playing Pokemon right now.
Woo! Very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't get down with Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm sorry, but I was one of those kids too that I could only grow up with one.
I know, and Digimon, I could not grow up with that either. I could not get into the show, too, because none of the evolutions made any sense, Christian Peralta.
I know. Yeah, I couldn't do all that, but
it would be like a small cactus, and then it would be like an inflatable balloon, and then it would digivolve into like a
Wait, are we talking about animorphing or?
We can talk about it. No, we're not talking about Animorph. We're talking about evolutions in Digimon. They didn't make any sense.
Honestly, that whole game, like, I couldn't get into it. Like, I only have the mental capacity to deal with one thing at a time. And if I already have so much of my time invested into Pokemon,
I know.
I won't be able to focus on anything else.
I know. As children of the corn, we only had eyes for one thing at a time in my household, and everything else was just a distraction from what we truly wanted, which was a Vileplume card. A mint condition Vileplume card, Christian Peralta.
You play with Cornhusk dolls?
What'd you say? I play with corn cobs?
Did you play with Cornhusk dolls?
Cornhusk dolls?
Corn.
We did. We made beautiful corn children. We made them in our image, just as Jesus wanted us to make them.
Wow. Well, that sounds just magical.
Christian Peralta, it sounds like you're in some sort of vision quest right now.
Honestly, I'm just trying to vibe, and I'm just trying to I guess I'm just trying to find what my quest is. And I think being here was my my quest.
Very nice.
My quest.
Condition Erica's Vileplume. I want the real Vileplume. Erica, I don't want Erica's Vileplume. I don't want a named Vileplume.
No, it needs to be like regular wild, like caught in the wild. It can't be anybody else's.
Yes.
That's just like like a Pokemon. That's like in the that's just like getting a Pokemon like via like a friend of yours, and then they already like scribble all over it, and you're just like, well, I don't want it.
Yeah, I didn't like how some of the Pokemon you could trade for like already came with names. Like Farfetch'd was Chading, and you couldn't change it. I don't want my Farfetch'd to be named Chading.
No, God, no. That is not a great name. That's a very B-rated name. I would not. No, it needs to be something that I come up with like off the top of the head, you know?
Yeah, or like Brad. Some people would name their Pokemon after real people. No, it has a name. It says it's just whatever it is, and that's it.
Oh, although I have been getting so in Pokemon Sword, you're able to like trade with people from across the world, and I don't know why this is so funny to me, but Charmander in German is Glumanda.
What is it?
It's Glumanda. Glumanda.
Glumanda.
So I just use that phrase whenever I'm like pissed off or like talking about somebody who's like upset.
This person's a real Glumanda.
Yeah, she's being real Glumanda right now.
Glumanda, you're being Glumanda. You gotta chill out. You're being Glumanda.
It makes me like I sit here and laugh all the time about just like stupid stuff like that. But I'm just like, yeah, that really exists.
Toke, thank you for getting sleepy with us. I appreciate you being here. Sounds to me like someone's doing a little toke over on that side of the phone there, Glumanda.
Yeah, glue. I mean, you're definitely not wrong on that account. I'm definitely feeling the spirit of the holidays at this point.
Oh, the spirit of the holidays. What's like the nastiest snack you like to eat when you're stony baloney?
Let's see. Actually, I have some horrible one. Shit, what did I have the other day? Oh, actually, you know what I did find out when, like one day I was trying this. Actually, it was me and my dad, and we were trying like different flavors of macaroni and cheese together.
Different kinds of what? String cheese?
No, macaroni and cheese.
Okay, macaroni and cheese. Okay, that sounds good though.
And we had the Cheetos, like the jalapeno one, and then like the flaming hot one.
Ooh, I'm saving one of the boxes of the flaming hot, and I'm gonna sell it on eBay someday.
Yes, it's so good though.
It is really good.
We put that and the jalapeno one together, and it just like it was wonderful.
Ah, so you put two different Cheetos mac and cheeses together. That doesn't sound that crazy. You want to know mine?
What?
All right.
Oh my God.
What?
I just remembered something that I did as a kid when looking at a snack that was in my little pantry. But
what did
when
you do?
When I was a kid, I would take Pringles and I would dip them in like the chocolate pudding. You know those like pudding cups?
Yeah, you dip Pringles in that? That sounds pretty good. That's salty sweet.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Listen, I don't know how y'all are gonna take that in the comments, but just don't come for me. Just try it.
No, that sounds good. That sounds good. I like chips and chocolate. I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, like it definitely works.
Wait, what flavor Pringles?
Just like the original Pringles.
Okay.
The salty one.
Zaragorg, how you doing? It's good to have you in here tonight. Oh, I like that. That sounds pretty good. That does sound good. That doesn't sound bad. You want to know what I do, Christian Peralta?
What?
I like to take a tortilla and I put down a slab of honey peanut butter. Peter Pan, the honey kind, creamy. And then I put down some strawberry jelly. And then I crush up nacho cheese Doritos. And I put those in it. And I roll it up into a sad meal burrito. But it's so good, Christian Peralta.
Once upon a time when I was doing shit like that, when I didn't have anything else but time on my hands, I would take a tortilla, like a flour tortilla.
Yes.
I'd roll it up with Nutella and so bad. I would roll it up with Nutella and like cereal.
Yeah.
And then that would be like the vibe for that night.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, crunchy shit with peanut butter or Nutella or that marshmallow fluff. I'm telling you, do yourself a favor, everyone. Tortilla, honey, peanut butter, strawberry jelly, and a bunch of crushed up Doritos. Or I'm sure Flamin' Hot Cheetos would be good too.
Ooh.
It's very good.
Ooh, yeah.
It's delicious.
You know what actually does sound really good though? Like making some sort of like almost like a churro or like a sopapilla with like if you get like honey on the flour tortilla and then you add like cinnamon on there and then you maybe like put some ice cream in the middle or some shit, like heat it up.
Heat it up, ice cream? You lost me there. That sounds like it's dripping all over me in my bed. That sounds like I'm going to get ants. That's an ant meal. That's a meal where you get ants the next day and you realize your mistake.
Listen, It sounds good in theory, but in execution, it's probably awful.
Pizza dipped in French onion dip. Oh,
Okay.
dang. Okay, that sounds
Yes,
good too,
absolutely.
actually.
That sounds extremely doable.
One time I caught my father eating, it was an English muffin, cream cheese, and ketchup on it. And then I said, "What the hell are you eating?" And he said, "Oh, it's
the meal we had during the Great Depression."
Yeah, pretty much. He said, "It's English muffin, cream cheese, bacon, and ketchup." And I said, "There's no bacon on that." And he said, "Well, we were out of bacon." Ketchup and cream cheese on bread.
Wow.
You can't just say there was supposed to be something on it and there isn't. And be like, "No, it's normal because there was supposed to be this on it, but it was not, but we didn't have any."
Well, everyone had to cut corners during that time.
That's true. That's true. I just that's something we always give him shit for. We'll see him rustling about late at night in the fridge, and we'll say, "Oh, trying to get some cream cheese and ketchup? We're out of bacon."
Well, I guess it'll do. Sounds like a very good like Stony mindset for sure.
I have a feeling that he was probably high.
Yeah,
Maybe.
definitely, definitely feeling it. He's like, you know what? I don't want to go to the store right now. It's too much work.
What is everyone's? If you're in chat, what is your favorite odd stoned meal, or just regular stoned meal? But I would like to try one of these sometime. Just in sober worm world.
I do hear
cream cheese and Cheetos.
I do hear about
cream cheese and
pickles
sausage
and peanut butter
Ooh.
every once in a while.
You have what in peanut butter?
I have heard of like the pregnancy diet, like pickles and peanut butter.
Oh, pickles and peanut butter. Ooh, I don't know, but I've heard of that. I remember there were kids that would have peanut butter pickle sandwiches. I think they grew up to like all work for Cutco knives or something.
They grew up to commit crime.
They did. They all work for Mary Kay now.
Yeah, they definitely weren't.
Quinoa mashed into sweet potato. I saw that. I don't know. That sounds like that. It sounds good. It sounds hearty. It sounds like I would want to eat that before like a big, like hike or something. That sounds like too healthy for me. Rocks. Thank you. Quinoa mashed into sweet potatoes.
Oh my god.
Oh, Slimy Bug is coming. You want say hi to Slimy Bug?
Hi, Slimy Bug.
Hi, Slimy Bug. I like your car.
I'm looking for him.
There he is. Say something.
Oh,
he's blowing up on Krampus. Look out, Krampus. Come on. Tortilla sour cream cheese. Tony's. What's Tony's? I've had that.
Are you talking like Tony the Tiger's like Frosted Flakes kind of thing, or like what do you?
You can't call those Tony's. That's not a. Dalton, you cannot call Frosted Flakes Tony's. That's not. Not everyone knows what that. Oh, it's seasoning. Oh, Tony Chachere's? Tony Chachere's? Slimy Bug, how you doing?
That's too much.
Yes, that is a lot of flavor. Ooh, that would be really. That sounds really good. That sounds. I could do that tonight actually, and I could even use the individually packaged cheese because I bought that because I knew that I would need it someday. The sash, yeah.
Why do you have individually packaged cheese?
Just you might need it someday. You never know when you're gonna need like a soft cheese that's not really cheese. You know.
You're right. You're right. Wait, have you seen them
Baking
like
powder pancakes with chocolate chips and maybe some sativa? Have I
Have
seen
you
one?
seen those videos of those guys that try to like light the cheese on fire, like the pre-sliced stuff,
No.
and then it melts like plastic?
Yeah, I bet it's not real cheese. It's like
Some whack shit
congealed
I've ever
weird
seen.
milk.
I know. Why did they do that to us?
Pumpkin muffins. Blueberry muffin
Listen, I
powder
was
mix. Just the
probably not
powder. You're just
great
shoveling
for you,
powder
but-
mix in your mouth. I guess
I
that
don't
sounds
want-
good. Quesadilla grilled with sriracha and then eaten with an avocado. That sounds really good too. That sounds
Oh.
very good. And I bet you have very delicious avocados out where you're at. THC
But
peanut
do you
butter
eat
and
that
honey
with an
and
avocado,
rum.
or do you eat that with guac?
Yeah, I like a good guacamole. Well, Christian Peralta, I hope you enjoy the rest of your night. I'm very hungry right now. All you've done is made me hungry. Thank you for keeping me awake.
Hungry and horny is how we do it on this stream.
That is horned up, corned up, and hungry. Rad call.
Yeah.
I would take one more quick call. One more, but that's it. No more than one on this delicious hog. We got to make it to midnight. That's when we get to our destination.
Call from
Jacob.
Jacob. Jacob.
What's going on?
How's it going, Jacob? How you doing?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good, Jacob. I'm just trying to stay awake. You got any good stories for me?
Oh man, stories. I don't know. What kind of story you trying to hear?
I don't know. Why? You know, what are you up to? What are you doing? What's happening?
Just chilling. Just chilling with
chilling?
the dog.
Just chilling.
Smoking some weed.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
What's the
What's
you
the
eat?
craziest story you've heard?
What's the craziest story I've heard tonight?
Yeah, you've been on for a while.
I heard a story last night. Well, Friday night. That was the craziest story I've heard in a while of someone whose mom's toes were eaten by their dog.
Like actually eaten? Like full on gone?
Yeah, it ate their. It was a Chihuahua, and it ate their toes.
Oh, that's not good. That's some racist shit right there.
And then it goes further than that. After the rooms are out of stock. Oh no, they're all gone. After that, when she was at the hospital, they used foreskin from circumcision to do surgery on the foot.
Oh, that's an option. What the fuck?
To
That's
then
a lot
I
further
asked,
than I was expecting. That's
was my foreskin used in some sort of surgery, and would I recognize it?
Do you think they if it was used? Do you think they could feel it? You know, every time you feel something down there, do you think they're
I hope
connected
not.
with you?
That would be odd. That would be an odd, and I hope that it's not the inverse as well.
Right. That'd be very odd. Right. Just walking down the street, and all of a sudden, you see a fire hydrant.
Yeah. Why a fire hydrant? They're not putting my foreskin on a dog.
It's one of the most common things you see walking down the street. Like what else are you gonna say?
I don't know. I guess. I guess.
It's a tree, maybe. I guess.
You're right. Circumcision conspiracy. So that was the craziest story that I've heard recently. And then it gets even worse. This was not the first. It did not happen one time. It did not happen 2 times. It happened 3 times.
They kept the dog for 3. That's what they do with the dog after the 3rd.
I don't know. I think the dog was just the dog just kept eating toes, and the mom just kept getting Surgery on the toes.
No, that's awful.
Terrible.
Yeah,
because it's like it happens twice, and you're like, this can't happen again.
Right. After the thing, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice.
I couldn't hear that. What did you say? Deemster.
I said, fool me once, shame on
Yes.
me. Shame. Fool me twice, shame on you.
Eat my toe a second time, shame on me.
Yeah.
Eat my toe a third
you
time.
Come after me a third time.
I need to get rid of this dog. I need to find it. I need to satiate my dog another way. I can't just keep eating my feet.
Right, or at least just like pass it on to somebody else. Don't tell them about it.
Yeah. Here,
Push
have
it
this
on.
dog. Why do you want me to have this
It's
dog?
a great dog.
Yeah, you can just have
It's a
this
wonderful
dog. It just likes to eat fucking toes. It is. This chopper could outrun any El Camino Ivan the Deemster. Come on, look at this thing. Come on, look at I'm rolling down the road, baby. Come on. Was that a good story? Was that what you were expecting?
That was great. That was perfect. That was the story of all. That was the perfect weekend.
Yeah, I never asked the good questions. I would have asked a couple more questions. I would have said, did you have to check for the toes after it passed through the dog?
Right. You'd think you'd want to know if
Yeah,
did you chew the toes or did you just full on swallow?
I think it was like eating decaying toes. It straight up ate the toes. It must have chewed it. It was a Chihuahua. It's a small dog. It couldn't have just swallowed toes whole. That is a whole meal for that dog.
I mean, that's a full meal. That's a full meal.
It's a full protein meal.
That's a full meal. Yeah.
Got the spinners. Got the spinners. Well, I don't know where I'm going in this destination, but you are keeping me awake. What's your favorite meal to consume?
Favorite meal to consume? I can have to go with that classic cereal.
I can't hear you. Hold on, I can't hear. Are you? It sounds like you have the phone like pressed up against inside your mouth, and you're just mumbling. What? I can't hear. Now I can hear you.
My bad.
Now
I
I
have
can hear
to
you.
say like some cereal, some like Reese's Puffs or something.
Nice. I like Reese's Puffs too. Reese's
Yes,
Puffs.
sir.
That's a good. That's definitely an S tier cereal by far.
Right.
Jacob
what
on
I'm
the
saying.
floor talking. I know, Jacob. I feel like you're like on the floor and your like legs are like up on the wall and you're talking to me like you're at a slumber party or something.
Nah, I'm just chilling at home.
Hell yeah, just chilling at home. What are you gonna do after this? After I end the stream, what are you gonna do?
I would be going to bed,
Nice.
passing out hopefully.
Hell yeah. You got a big day tomorrow?
Work.
Working it?
Working early as fuck.
Nice. What time you gotta be up for work?
Like 4. I'll be up at 4 to walk the dog.
Whoa! That's so early.
Yeah.
Hey, Ivan the Deemster's gonna come here in the car. Say hi to Ivan the Deemster.
Hey, what's up, Ivan?
What's up,
The
Ivan?
Deemster?
The Deemster. I don't know what it means.
Let's ask him. Here he is.
Oh, there he is. What does the Deem mean in Deemster? Like
Demon down the
shake
road.
'em. My stream is slowly devolving. Wow, you gotta be up early. I have some flexibility but the later I wake up, the later I have to work. You know, Jacob.
Yeah, I feel you. It's nice. I get off early, but I can't complain, I suppose.
Yeah. What time do you get off work if you're up at 6 a.m. or 5 a.m., 7 a.m.?
I get off at like 2 o'clock, 2:30.
Oh!
Depending on the day.
That's really nice, actually. That's super nice. You get to
Yeah,
at least... When I get off work, it's like dark out, and I get depressed, Jacob.
Yeah, I imagine. Yeah, I remember those days.
It's the worst. It's not fun. I want it to be...
Shit, it gets dark as hell quick now.
It's
like dark by
ridiculous.
4.
I'm like
insane.
rushing to the grocery store so I'm not shopping at midnight at what it feels like. And now I'm going to have to get Reese's Puffs because all I can think about is Reese's Puffs,
Yeah,
Jacob.
there it is. Oh, yeah.
What do you do with the milk afterwards? Do you drink it?
For sure. Yeah. You gotta drink it, right? Like cereal milk is one of the best parts of cereal.
I couldn't agree with you more. I recently bought Eggo Waffles, like waffle-flavored cereal, and the milk afterwards is top tier, Jacob.
Oh, that sounds fire.
It does. If you see it at your local general store, pick some up and think of me. It was like $3 too. It's not bad. It's priced modestly.
Is it like maple flavor?
It is. It's like maple. It tastes like an Eggo waffle with syrup on it. It's real good.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Yes.
Word.
It's very good. It's very, very, very good. And I think I'm gonna have some after this. I'm thinking about it. You know.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You better get yourself some.
I gotta get me some. I gotta get me some of the cereal. So how'd you find the stream?
I found it just scrolling through some shit.
Nice. Yo, scrolling through some
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love it. Nice. Very cool.
That's how I find most of my things, I guess.
Yeah, me too. You just scroll through a bunch of shit, you know? You let the algorithm take over and show you what you want to see. Hell yeah. Waffle Crisp. It's almost as good as Waffle Crisp. It's very similar to Waffle Crisp. That's why I got it. It's 'cause I like
remember
waffle cereal.
Waffle Crisp. Holy shit.
It's as good as Waffle Crisp. I was looking for Waffle
Nice.
Crisp, and I got it.
Nice.
And it's very good. You would enjoy it. It's
Word.
glazed.
Do they make Waffle Crisp anymore? Is that a thing?
No, I think we all found that out. That they like canceled it in like 2017 or something. They pulled the
that's
plug so
depressing.
early.
That's awful.
I know. Jacob, I'm getting tired, and I know you're getting tired. Thank you so much for keeping me up. I'm just getting tired.
Hey, thanks for keeping me up all night.
Hell yeah, I appreciate it. Hey, I'm gonna get some cereal in me and then go to bed. And I wish you good luck at your job tomorrow.
Hell yeah, you pull over now.
Hell, yeah, I'm not gonna sleep on the bike. There's no way.
Hell
Red
yeah.
call. Thank you, Jacob, for calling in. Sorry it was a shorter call. I'm getting there. I'm getting tired. It was a long day for me today. Everybody stick around. I will be back on Thursday. I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Thursday. Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be back. If anything changes, I will let you know. Thank you so much for joining me tonight as you kept me awake. Sorry that it wasn't a more involved stream, but it was. I'm just at that point of the year. I need this vacation coming up. I need it. I need to reconglomerate my brain into better things. Thank you, Devin. I hope it looked good. The bike is great, and I can sit on it like this. Look at this shit. Look at this fucking shit. It looks amazing. Wow, 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 wow. Let's find somebody to raid, everybody. I'll be there. And then this weekend, hopefully, if my guest shows up, and then we'll do a weird, like, Wednesday stream next week or something. We'll find something fun to do. I promise. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see who's on. Stick around. Don't leave. Leave after the raid. Who's on? It's late. It's real effing late tonight. Who do we got on right now? Bow, 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 bow. Oh. I keep following so many people because I want to raid new people, but no one is on this late, and it says something about me. It says Moneyworms. Why are you on so fucking late? I missed this game. What is this? Moneyworms is a late worm. I am. I'm a very late worm. I'm a late worm with late worm things. All right. I don't want to keep you too long. I'm going to decide in the next 15 seconds. Serial portraits. What? What is going on here? I like this. This is art. This is cozy art. Everyone likes cozy art. Oh boy, boy, topical. I know. It looked, and stream. I don't know what this is. Serial portraits. Oh, it's the what? I love this idea. All right, everybody, rad call. Love you lots. I'll see you on Thursday.
Get political. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. But the fact that abortion